All right, we're live. Week 2. Well, I guess not week 2, but episode 2 of The Uneducated Education. Chase, today we got the most hated man on the internet in the building.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
A straight white male with a college degree, Josh Hopkins.
That's right. What's going on?
Oh, what's up, Josh? How's your day?
It's pretty lazy. Did some laundry. You know. That's about it.
Chase,
Wow.
how was your day?
I slept until noon and then I got an oil change. And that kind of brings me to now.
Did all three of us not work today?
No, I
Oh.
didn't.
I wasn't working. I think we're firmly aware of the fact that I wasn't working.
Right. We could have done this much earlier. Oh well, fuck it. Alright. So I sent you guys both a podcast link to watch. Chase, you watched it. Josh, you watched it.
That's right.
I watched it way before you guys. I can't even remember the guy's name. I think, is it Yang?
Name is Andrew Yang, running for
Andrew.
president in 2020 under the Democrat Party.
Okay. Do you remember this, Chase?
Yeah, I remember it.
Okay.
I listened.
Okay. Well, first off, let me just ask you guys this right here. Do you think he can win and has a shot to win at all?
You know, everybody has a shot to win. You know, that's I think that's Wheaties' slogan. Everyone has a shot to win. They had Kennedy on the box.
Josh?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think it just kind of depends on what happens. You know, most of the people that win have a large following, have a lot of money behind them. The way he explains it, what his plan is, makes sense to me.
Well, let's not get into his plan just yet. I just want to know.
Yeah, no. I think he can win. I think we saw from the last election that anybody can win. You know, I'm not saying that it's not a good thing or bad thing, but I mean, he was the first non-politician to win for as long as I know that I can think back of.
Wasn't Reagan an actor?
Yeah, Reagan was.
Yeah, but he was also a governor of California first,
Oh, okay.
so he had some
was-
governmental experience.
He was a Schwarzenegger before Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know that.
That's a reverse Schwarzenegger.
Now, and just to be fair, like I'm not a Trump supporter, but just to be fair and play both sides, he was very popular before becoming a candidate, right? Like, and he threw his name in the ring like battling Obama and shit. Like, he wasn't an unknown such as Mr. Yang.
no, yeah, he was more known than Yang is going to be because he's a celebrity.
Mhm.
You know, when he gets out of the presidency, people are still going to know who he is. Even if they didn't, and before that, they didn't know who he was. It's like we didn't know really who Barack Obama was until he was on Oprah.
True.
And they were like, hey, you should run for president. He was like, well, I'm thinking about it. And then people were like, okay, we should probably pay attention. You know, outside of Illinois, nobody really knew who Barack Obama was.
I gotta ask the straight white male with a college degree: if The Rock ran, you think he's winning?
Yeah,
Would
probably.
Would you vote for The Rock?
Well, I mean, you got to look at his policies and stuff. That's what us educated people do.
Chase, would you vote for The Rock?
Yeah, I'd vote for The Rock.
I mean, he's going to beat the shit out of anybody he comes in contact with. Like,
And he's gonna make like 10 movies a year while running for president.
that's true.
I don't think they can.
No, they can't, but I wish.
See,
In
good
a
thing we got somebody
In a perfect world,
All right, so Andrew Yang, his policy. Well, I don't know about his policy. What he talked about on Rogan was he's a fan of universal income, $1,000 a month for everybody in America.
yes.
Do you agree with this?
Go ahead, Chase.
Not really, no. I just see a large group of people just not working and just living off of that, to be honest.
Well, do you remember the part where he said, like, if you're already getting welfare,
Yeah,
then you don't get an additional 1,000.
yeah,
You just get up to 1,000 on top of that.
yeah.
So you still think that would still happen?
I do, I
Okay.
honestly do.
So you're not with that idea?
No, I'm not.
You didn't like his backing of like, or like his reasoning behind it for like the people that will be losing jobs and things like that.
No.
Okay, Josh.
So prior to listening to the podcast, I would probably have been on the side of Chase over here. Not the case anymore. In fact, after listening to this guy, now I got to see his other stuff, but he's probably my front runner. I like him that much. I like the idea.
More than The Rock.
The Rock's not running yet. Come on now. Come on now. I like his idea, and it makes sense when you listen to all the numbers and he has to say. And while I agree there might be some people that are like that, you can't really make a living off of $12,000 a year. Number one. Number two, I think it's a stepping stone. It's not the solution. It's a stage for the solution, like he said. It lets people have a little bit of hope instead of being like, oh man, I lost my job. How am I going to pay my rent? You know, not everybody can move back in with their parents.
Josh lives with his parents.
Yeah. Not just for that reason, though.
That's the joke, right?
But,
Chase, do you have anything to say back to that?
To that,
Yeah, to his points of why he supports it.
well, no. I just think, you know, maybe if you don't have a job, you need to be more proactive and get on it and look as quick as possible. You know, puts a little fire under your ass to go and find a job. But with that, you know, $1,000 a month, you're not gonna really be doing that a lot. You're gonna kind of find just like the easy way out, maybe a friend's house to crash at or something like that.
And I see both sides of the argument. My main thing with Yang was every time he prefaced it, he just prefaced it with truck drivers, right? Like, truck drivers this, I went with this truck driver. And that's great and all, like, they are...
Well, it's a political story.
Right, but I mean, they're great, but that's one section of people. Like, what about the rest? Like, and that's why I go along with Chase a little bit. Like, I remember when I was 18, 19, I was like, do I want to go get a job or do I want to go sell this bag of rocks and make $1,000 real quick? I'm gonna go sell this bag of rocks, right? So just to flip it, like, do you not think that would be less motivational to the youth? Because as like when you turn 18 and you opt into $1,000 a month, $1,000 a month to an 18-year-old is a lot, right?
You're right, but it's all about personal responsibility too.
True.
I think that's something we've gotten away from in this country a lot. It's personal responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I watched the podcast with my dad, and my dad is, you know, late 50s, early 60s, been a conservative his whole life.
Radiologist, right?
No, he's not a radiologist.
Oh, okay.
Not a radiologist. He's an X-ray tech. So, for those of you who don't know what a radiologist is, they are the doctors that look at the photos that X-ray techs take.
Okay.
So, the X-ray techs won't be automated because they got to position people the right way to take the right kind of picture.
Okay.
And these are like,
automate that.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
He also works for the government, for the VA kind of thing. So,
And they move way slower than everybody.
well, yeah, and they're older generally. You know, some are disabled, so there's things they got to do, that kind of stuff. But I think that's going to be the case regardless. Like, I don't think $1,000 is going to make an 18-year-old do something or not do something. I think it's going to. That's not its purpose. Its purpose isn't for those people. Those are just saying, hey, this is something that you can do. If you want to go to college, you can. It's partially paid for. If you don't want to go to college, cool. Then you have this extra income that you have every month. You know, if I got $1,000 a month, I'd be able to pay off my student loans pretty quickly. I'd be able to get a new car, which I don't desperately need, but you know, Optimus is on its way out.
By financing, right?
By financing and you're making payments every month, that kind of thing. So it gives people more economic freedom.
And he called it as you would become an investor into America.
Yeah.
Because, of course, you're going to put that money back into the economy, as most people with $1,000 are going to go spend that on stuff where the more upper class is just going to throw it in a savings account, which is why he said it's an opt-in thing. Would you opt in for it, Chase? If he got elected and it passed, would you opt in for it? Or would you opt out?
I'd opt in. I'm lazy as hell.
Of course, yeah.
But you're not for it.
No.
Everybody's gonna opt into it. You can't. I don't think you can find me one person to be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Right. Even rich people, they're gonna be like, "Hell yeah!"
I'd
give
be
me
like,
that
"Why not?
$1,000."
It's an extra $1,000 a month."
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I don't see, just because of where we are as a country right now. Like, I liked him and I liked what he said. I don't see him getting the nod from his party to be the front runner.
I mean, it depends. The DNC's changed since they screwed Bernie over, right? I'm not a Bernie supporter.
Right, but
I just know some things. You know, with what happened with him, the way the DNC has changed now is everybody's on board. I mean, this guy's an unknown. Like, the only reason we know about him is because he's on JRE, Joe Rogan Experience podcast. Shout out Joe Rogan. But that's the only reason we know about him, which is the great thing about that podcast. I mean, how many things do you find out about from listening to that podcast, right?
Yeah,
so it's a platform for people who don't have a platform. And before that podcast, he's polling at 1%, right, with Kirsten Gillibrand, or Gillibrand, however you say her last name. who's somebody who's supposed to be known.
No idea who she is.
Right, exactly. Right, I barely know who she is, and
You pay attention.
I pay attention to this stuff. But
you know who she is?
I don't know.
so yeah, she's somebody. We can Google it later if we have to. We don't have a Jamie here, but yeah, he's already pulling on somebody who's a known politician.
Right.
He's going to be on that stage for those debates. Now, whether he makes a splash on that stage, we'll have to see what happens. But I think if people are trying to do like a grassroots thing, like the whole thing with Bernie started up as a grassroots thing.
Mm-hmm.
It got like the young people behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we can get people behind the freedom dividend, which is what he's calling this, because it
right.
tests better,
Right.
which is smart, than the universal basic
groups,
income.
right?
Yeah. I think if you get enough people behind it to throw money at something, it's like you saw the GoFundMe for the wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
How quickly that shot up.
Right.
This is people funding a guy that's like, I'm gonna give you $1,000 a month, extra.
Yeah, but the rich people, I don't think rich people would get behind that.
I don't know that.
I don't know that either.
I don't know.
I'm not rich.
But here's the thing. I think the not rich, middle class, poor, on welfare, everything that's not rich outnumber the rich, 100 to 1.
Absolutely.
So if you get those people behind it, who knows what can happen.
But I mean, at the same time, weren't those people behind Bernie? And look what happened to him.
Yeah, but he was betrayed by his own people.
And now he's back with them.
And he's back with them, but people don't want that no more. We're tired of hearing about all that stuff.
But Bernie's, I think he's going to be the front runner. I think he'll get the nod.
Bro, he already had three aides from his campaign drop out.
Did he really?
He just started.
You know who Bernie is.
I know who Bernie is. Yeah.
Also,
Burn?
I don't want to.
nobody know. I mean, I don't know. It'd be different if the problem I have with Bernie is like he's all about we got to take from the rich and give to the poor, kind of thing. But
Was
the
that
man,
an impersonation?
it's an okay impersonation.
I've
It's
never
not
heard him
great.
talk.
You know.
Maybe you make him sound like an emperor. Like
Well, it's,
emperor.
He's very old. He's very old.
Isn't he like 80?
He's old. I don't know, man.
Wow.
He's old enough to get arrested in the 60s. That's all I know. But the guy also owns 3 houses.
Oh, yeah, you told me that the other day.
I mean, how are you going to say one thing and you own 3 houses, man? Like,
I'm looking how old Bernie Sanders is right now.
all right. But that's the thing. But, going back to the welfare part that we were talking about earlier, I think it's obviously it's not going to compound on top of it, For example, somebody gets $700 in food stamps every month, right? Then they would just get $300 more of government assistance.
Yeah.
The best way to think about this is that it's just another government assistance program that everybody's under, right? So if you're doing $1,500 in food stamps, and you're not going to get this on top of it.
But and we're uneducated, right? So what I grabbed from what he was saying was the way to fund it would be to take away Medicare, because Medicare and Social Security, because they already cost X trillions.
No, so his second platform is Medicare for all. So essentially universal health care.
Right.
That's right. So that's not, obviously what you just said, that's not going to work.
True.
I think his plan is, the way he sounds is like his people come, the way he's talked about it on the podcast at least, was that naysayers come in and say, we got to get $3 trillion for this, right?
Right.
Well, you look at the first part of cutting into that possible $3 trillion that they bring up is they're approaching it from the aspect that if you get the $1,500 in food stamps, then you're going to get the extra $1,000 a month. Right. That's not going to happen.
Right.
So how many people are going to be already at 1,000 or near 1,000 in food stamps? Right? It's like 50% of the country or something like that is already on government assistance programs. Yeah. So if you take that into effect, that number starts to drastically increase. And the number he used was like 1.8 trillion.
Let me ask you this, Josh. Sorry to cut you off.
You're fine.
If I did. So we've had a conversation in the past that you would never take food stamps, right?
I would do my very best not to.
But you'll opt in for this $1,000?
Absolutely right. It's different. Food stamps you have to use on food.
Now
I'll tell you something else.
Block,
no, but
right?
here's the main thing about it. Here's the main thing. This is why I support it, right? Is because we got a lot of people in this country who are like true middle class people. I'm middle class. I'm sure you guys. I'm middle class. Come on now. All right, I'm unemployed. I'm unemployed middle class. Holler at me if you need somebody to work for you.
Is that a real thing?
But it helps people. The problem with there's just the middle class. You know, the major problem that the middle class has is that, you know, we live paycheck to paycheck, and we can't afford some crazy bill to come at us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we make too much money to get government assistance, right? But we make too little money to live comfortably. So you have all these people stuck in limbo, and that's the majority of this country stuck in limbo. Now, you give $1,000 to those people, think about the things they're going to do. You know, Yang, when he was talking about it on the podcast, hit all the points. You know, how many people do you know that are like, man, I really wish I could get a new car, just in general, a new car? Or how many people are like, man, I really wish I had a little bit extra, $200 extra so I could go get groceries for the fam, you know? Or how you know, I got to repair this on my house, got to repair this on my car, but they can't get the money because the money's already budgeted for something else.
So let me ask you this, without sounding like an asshole.
No, sound like an asshole. It's fine.
For myself,
do it.
I don't have those problems, right?
Okay.
Like if an unexpected bill, okay, so take for example, last week, I thought my fuel pump went out on my car.
Right.
Okay, drop it, boom, $250 for a new fuel pump. Oh, not the fuel pump. Shit, I just paid somebody $200 to change it, so I'm now at $450.
Okay.
Might be the fuel pump module. Okay, what's that new? $160. Boom. Math's real hard, so I don't know where we're at. Upper 600s, right? Oh, it's not that. Fuck. Okay, what do we do now? Maybe that fuel pump's dead. Okay, go buy another fuel pump. That's another. I got it at Spalding's because I was like, shit, this is costing a lot. $80, right? So, anyway, it ended up.
Well, did you go to a repair shop, or did you have one of your boys do
my
this?
home.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, no, we ended up figuring it out.
Okay, well, I'm just saying,
right, no.
You go to a repair shop, you don't have to buy 2 fuel pumps.
Right. I ended up being able to take back the second one because the fuel pump was fine. But anyway, but I'm still considered middle class.
Right.
So is that too broad of a term then?
No, I don't think so.
Because there's only 3.
Because you have upper middle. No, because you have your 1%, right, and you have like the well off. You have like an upper middle class, your middle class, your lower middle class, and then your poor.
Because I know if I'm getting an extra $1,000 a month, I'm going on vacation every 2 months.
Yeah, and there's nothing, and that's all right, and that's going to be the case for you. That's going to be the case for a lot of different people, right? But the same difference is this: you know, you were single for a long time. You didn't have like any real obligations, man. Is the other thing, you know, and you were able to get in with a good company, and air quotes, good company. Company will rename nameless.
Right.
But you were able to get in with a good company, rise through the ranks, and to the point where you are now. You know, and you're doing well. It sounds like you barely work, and somehow you still make money.
Right.
But whatever, you know, that's capitalism at its best. So good for you. You know, so you don't have to worry about that, right? But it's like you look at my family, you know. So like, for those out there, I live at home with my parents and my grandmother for health reasons. It just happened that the stuff with unemployment came up out of the blue. Now, my mom's had cancer, is beating it, thank God. Yeah. My dad's got a heart condition with a pacemaker. My grandma, well, she's old, like every grandma is, right? So if we're all living in the same household and they're doing it by person, not by household, then that's an extra $4,000 that we would get per month, right?
Right.
Now, we have an issue with some of our piping that bare minimum will cost $10,000. There's no way for us to get the $10,000.
Without any type of loan.
We can't even do that. Okay. That's the thing. Like, you know, my parents have never had great credit. My grandmother doesn't have any income other than Social Security because she's retired.
The internet hates you less now.
Right. I'm just saying, hey, this is how it is out here for a lot of us straight white males that are educated. But you know, in a month, 2-3 months, we can get the money to fix that.
Right, with that money.
With that money, right? Now that's something that we would do. That's not something everybody else does. You know, people are going to get the $1,000. Like, oh yeah, man, I got $1,000. I'm gonna blow it on
cocaine and hookers.
Cocaine and hookers, sure. Yeah. If you know, or you know, happy endings at massage parlors.
Robert Kraft.
Poor guy.
So, with him saying that, now that sounds like a very beneficial way to use $1,000 a month per person.
Oh yeah.
But you're still against it.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right. No. His opinion is fine.
Yeah.
There's no argument. I want to get more interaction from Chase on why he's against it versus the lazy people.
Yeah, why?
Mean, those lazy people are already there.
Why? Other than the lazy people.
Yeah.
Why everyone else?
Yeah. Well, okay. So, Go ahead. Let me.
Well, just deep dive into it. Why?
Yeah,
Just
let me
just
think
explain
about this
why.
and keep going.
Explain why.
Keep going.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Because, I feel like in America you have all these opportunities to go out and seek other ways to get the money instead of, because I just feel like it's a handout regardless. Like no matter who the situation, it's just another handout, just another form. But now it's to everybody who is 18. So it's just a bigger handout to give to the entire population of age.
Okay.
Spoken like a true white man.
No, and I understand that because that's exactly when we were hanging out the other day and we were talking about it before you brought doing this up and seeing it. I was the exact same way. I said the exact same thing.
Right. Now let me ask you guys this, because I was thinking about this earlier, because I started to rewatch it yesterday. So he looked at it as like American people investing in America, and he says that there's already been a state doing it for years, Alaska.
Yeah.
Right. And then it got me thinking of, well, Native Americans have done this for their people for a long time. Some tribes, not all tribes, but most tribes do that as well. Do you have a problem with the way the Native Americans do it?
No, I don't.
But you'll have a problem with white people getting it.
They're like under their own government.
No, they're not.
Not really.
Not really?
No.
When it's specific tribes?
No.
They're above state. But federal they have to, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So federal controls everything. There's nothing that's above federal.
Yeah.
But they have on their reservations.
Yeah.
Right. On reservations, they have their own set of laws and stuff like that. When you come onto the reservation, that's what you're supposed to follow. That's my understanding of it from the people that I've spoken with, movies that I've seen.
They have their own police.
Sometimes they have their own police and stuff like that too. I think it depends on the state level. I'm not sure because I think it depends on what you're coming at state-wise.
Right.
Because there are some state things that are federal,
right,
to a certain extent, and then
well,
there's
like,
just your local.
When weed wasn't legal in this state, it was still illegal on reservation.
Okay.
But now, because it's state, it's good there, even though it's lax in the first place. But federally, it's still not. So you're right. It does. It depends. So they don't operate on their own government. They just take care of their own people.
I don't have a problem with that. They've been doing that forever.
But now you're contradicting yourself.
No, I feel like they're two different.
No. Because you're going based off of precedent, right? You know what precedent is?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Do you?
Yeah.
So there's a precedent for this. This is something they've always done, right? The big difference with us doing this as a country is that it's something we've never done before, and that's where people are going to have major problems. We're just talking about like our opinions on helping people around us. We're not even talking about the people who it's really meant for.
Right.
Right now, like I said, when I was talking about my dad, we watched it, and his main question was, well, how are we going to help these truckers? Or these people in clerical work of the big 5 categories, retail, clerical work, trucking, call center stuff, how we're going to help them. And that's the personal responsibility part, This is not meant to be a solution for you losing your job.
Right.
This is meant to give you something that you can take and have a little bit of hope in that you're not on your own, right?
Right.
The example I used with my dad is like, say a trucker makes $50,000, right? He's driving a truck. He's got 2 kids, Timmy and Jessica, right? And he's got his wife, Margaret.
White kids for sure.
Tim's a universal name. How dare you, sir? Margaret is, well, what do you want to name the trucker?
How many black people you know named Tim?
How many?
Yeah.
0.
How many black people you know named Tim?
Like 3.
3?
You're a goddamn liar.
I swear to God.
All right.
Went to school with them. It's what happens when you go to college. You meet other people. Right? You wouldn't know about that.
Keep going. That's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what the races are. All right? It's not the point. Always trying to race bait me over here. I can't.
Keep going.
Let's say the trucker's making $50,000 a year, right? Most families have double income, right? Mom works or has full-time, part-time jobs. So say mom's making $30,000, right? So collectively, before taxes, they're bringing in $80,000, right? You follow the math?
Yep.
Okay. So Timmy is 17. Jessica is 15, right? That doesn't matter right now.
Did her name change?
No, Margaret's a wife.
Okay. I'm trying to follow.
We haven't even
was
named the
Abby.
trucker. The trucker is just the trucker.
Just the dude.
Is it easier if we just do the dad and the mom? Is that
I thought the
acceptable?
dad's name was Tim.
No, the kid's name is Tim.
Who's Abby?
There's no Abby.
I swear you said the daughter's name was Abby.
I would never
You
listen.
changed
All
it
right,
to Jessica.
all right. We're now changing this to the dad, the mom, the son, and the daughter.
You
All
know, I
right.
like that better.
Oh my God. Anyways,
Not attached
Hold
to
on,
these
hold on.
people now.
How do you know what gender these kids identify?
no, don't start me on that. Don't start me on that bullshit. All right.
Keep going.
They haven't decided yet. They're undecided.
Yeah, they're just.
They marked the I prefer not to answer on the applications that they're making.
Just thing 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's probably the shirts they have too.
That's cute.
Uh,
I like this family of yours.
so dad gets laid off from his. So back to the story. Dad gets laid off from his trucking job, right? How it is now, you know, that's 50 grand that they lose as like family. So now they're down to just 30 grand of income. Okay, that's a pretty massive drop, right?
Oh yeah, I'd kill myself.
Well, don't do that without giving me stuff, but you know. But say the freedom dividend is put in, Yang wins the presidency, or Yang doesn't win the presidency. Part of the reason he's doing this and running is so that it gets out there.
Right.
Because when he's brought it up to mainstream politicians, they've said, 1, can't talk about it. 2, we got to study it. And 3, we'll retrain people. Well, when we've retrained people as a government, we have a 0 to 15% success rate. That's ridiculous. And their response to that when they hear that is, we just got to get better. It's the government, people. They don't get better.
True facts.
They start in a place and it goes downhill, right? So back to our good
family.
American family.
Your gender neutral family.
Gender neutral, not nameless family, because we can't get around anything that's not triggering people out there. But say the freedom dividend comes in, right? So now the dad with his job is making 62 grand a year. The mom's making 42 grand a year.
Hang on. Oh,
1,000 times 12. Yeah,
Okay,
there you go.
got it.
1,000 times 12,
Okay.
right? Now I don't know whether this will be taxed or not, but if it's not taxed, you still get you get 12 grand a year technically.
I got it.
Dad loses his job. He loses 50 grand. He still has his 12 grand, right? Mom's now at 42, still at 42 grand, but now as a family, they are bringing in 54 grand a year,
Which
right?
puts them technically
Which is middle class.
Yeah.
So they don't lose that standard. They just have to cut back on some things. Like, if they haven't been saving, that's on them. That's personal responsibility part. My dad's main argument was, well, how are we going to help these people? How are we going to do that? It's like, listen, that's when it's on you. Like, you got to decide if you're going to go out, what you're going to go out and do. Are you going to go out and try to find another job in this industry that is failing and dying? Or do you think you should go out and do something else, right? And at that point, we already have grants and we already have scholarships and student loan stuff for people that are going back to school once they're past a certain age. I mean, that's the way I look at it. And then with the welfare stuff, if you're $1,500 on welfare, under welfare, however you're getting that from the state, you don't get that extra 1,000, right? You still get that 1,500. But if you aren't, you're getting 1,000 extra dollars. To me, if I'm in that situation, that motivates me to go out and find something better, do something better, so that way I can bring my government support down from $700 in food stamps or $1,500 in food stamps to $0 in food stamps. So then when I get the 1,000, I can do what I want with the 1,000. There's no specific thing that you have to do, right? Because with food stamps, there's only certain things you can get with food stamps. You can't do, I know you can't do alcohol or things like that. You can't take that, I can't go to Applebee's with my food stamps,
Right. You can't buy hot food. I'll fill you in.
Thanks, because I don't know this.
Yeah, you can't buy, you could go to 7-Eleven. It's weird. 7-Eleven, has a loophole, and you can buy, their hot food, the wings or pizza from 7-Eleven with food stamps. But anywhere else, you can't. You can't go to Safeway and buy their fried chicken.
Got you.
But you can buy anything cold, any drink, non-alcoholic.
Cool. All right. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Is because it gives people a way to get out from under themselves.
And for these truckers, Yang was saying, it's terrible life for them. They get chemical dependent, alcohol, drug, whatever, ruins their family. There's perfect jobs out there for them.
Well, yeah, but it's not all of them.
They ever heard of North Dakota, goddammit?
Yeah, well, or Texas. No, but I mean, they have all these things that happen, but that's how it is in every job, right? It's like sitting's the new smoking, right?
What?
Sitting is the new smoking.
Sinning?
Sitting.
Sitting.
Like sitting all day at your desk.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. I know how to pronounce things. Apparently, he doesn't know how to hear.
He's old. He's getting up there.
Oh,
Yeah, he's turning 32 next week, right?
Yes.
Basically, almost 40.
Just kill yourself now and get it over with.
So, Chase, your child, did you let him choose his gender?
Did I?
Yeah.
When I,
It's a terrible question. How dare you?
when I knocked his mom up, I was like, all right, here you go, buddy. Just figure it out in there on your own. There you go. So.
Does he talk yet?
Yeah.
Does he call himself a boy or a girl?
He doesn't refer to himself at all.
Oh,
Yeah, except, like,
there's some question marks,
whole-
Chase. I'm just fucking with you. All right, so back to this. So, Chase, what do you think about the truckers losing their jobs to the autonomous vehicles?
What do I think about those truckers?
Yeah.
That sucks. Like, honestly, oh well. But, it's been coming up. You've been informed that your career is going to be ending soon, so
I don't think they've been informed because he said a lot of them didn't know, right? Or they're like, oh, that's not happening.
I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea that it was that close until I watched the podcast, right? So, I mean, I knew autonomy's coming. I mean, you could look at
Uber.
Well, not Uber, but like you can look at McDonald's. McDonald's is a great example, right? Why would I pay a person $15 an hour when I can make a machine that says take my stuff? I mean, they're doing it. They did it at Taco Bell. They did it at our local Taco Bell. I think it's fantastic.
They did that at Taco Bell?
Yeah, it's down here. It's inside. I think it's great because now they don't fuck up my order.
Right.
Right.
Well, they still could.
Well, they could, yes, but I can say I put it in right. Like I know it's your fuck up.
Yeah.
Right. It's not
I
like
would never press a wrong button.
It's not like Sonic that one. It's not like Sonic that one day where I had to repeat myself 5 times. It's not like that anymore.
So now, Chase, you've switched professions, right?
Yeah.
You were when me and Chase first met, Josh. He told me his plans for his career were to work in a call center for life.
Okay.
Ambitions, right? Anyway, so
there's a lot you can do. There's a lot of ambition in a call center.
Oh, facts. I started in there and moved way the fuck up. So I mean, it has its place. But
that's true. I wanted to knock up one of my coworkers at a call center, and I did.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Hey, goals.
Anyway,
check that off the box.
Chase, so with like call centers going autonomous, how do you feel about that?
How do I?
As a consumer and as a worker. So let's because as a consumer, I hate when I call somewhere and like, if you want to fuck it, file a claim, press 2. If you want to speak to sales, press 3. Fuck you. Oh, I pressed 4 goddamn times. You know what I mean? So that sucks. But
Representative.
Right.
Representative, please.
Please tell me what your problem is.
Representative.
Okay, but for what? Right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think, Chase?
Well, as a consumer, I know I'm gonna hate it. I know.
Mm-hmm.
My voice is not very well understood by anything automated. I use voice to text on my phone all the time, and I don't know why, because I have to correct myself 99% of the time. So, this is really gonna just piss me off, because I call a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I like to mess with people. Like, oh, how's your day? That's great. My dog died.
Trolling.
Yeah, I love trolling, especially when I call places. Just like little trolls. Not like big stuff, just like, crime storming. But then, as a worker as well, I think it's going to be awesome. Because somebody's going to have to make sure everything's good and update all this software.
Well, that's IT, right? So
yeah, you can train me to be IT.
You can't. So for IT, you have to go to school. Most places that want IT want somebody with a degree. So those call center workers, 8 out of 10 of those.
And it's not like any degree is the thing too. It's not like most things. It's
right.
You got to have a degree in IT,
right,
or IT related field. Not like I have a degree in history, right?
You can't work IT.
And I could figure IT out. Like I could figure it out. You can train me up because you can train anybody for anything, really. But that's just not what you.
It's not what business.
That's how you get. It's how you cut those people out. Like, oh, this person's got a business degree. No. We wouldn't need somebody who has computer computer
Specialized.
programming, engineering.
Right. So with that, like 8 out of 10 call center workers don't have college degree. Like if we look at like Alcora down the street, you could literally walk in there tomorrow and be like, I need a job. They'll be like, you can sit in a seat? Yeah, you're hired. So those places going out, it's going to be, because they sell American Express, so now it'll turn into, let's say they employ 300 people. I don't know, hypothetically. But now, instead of when those people call in to buy credit cards, like, do you want to buy a credit card? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Takes away 300 jobs. Plus, you don't get to hear all those benefits, and those 300 jobs are now gone. You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like 100%, I'm all for just automation, more robots. I want a Terminator-like future, and this is the start of it. What are you looking over me?
So let me
Skynet? You want Skynet?
Hang on.
I do.
We're all dead.
Hang
You don't
on.
understand. There's no John Connor. We know a John Connor, and he ain't saving the world.
I don't care.
I'll tell you that much.
Hang on.
So
Hang
We
on,
know
hang on,
it's
hang
John.
on.
watch the world
Let
burn.
me personalize it for Chase here. So you have switched professions,
Yeah.
right? Didn't work today. I don't know why.
I didn't feel like it.
Okay. Now let's say
That's how I felt too.
for whatever reason
how long?
he switched professions to the plumbing industry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say something goes wrong. You injure your back. Hopefully this doesn't happen. Let's put it all hypothetically, right? But a person with a background such as yours, after you can no longer be a plumber, let's say you can't do a physical labor job, what is there for you?
What is there for me?
Yeah.
I'm going on welfare, dude.
You're okay with welfare, but not this $1,000.
Yeah, if I'm disabled.
You're
He's not.
you're
No, he's not
disabled.
wrong. No, he's not wrong though.
But he's
That's,
not disabled. He
but you
can't
just
do
said
physical labor.
that's what being disabled
Yeah.
is. You physically are unable to
Okay.
do work. You become disabled and you get support for it.
Okay.
Chase ain't gonna change his mind until he gets
No.
a $1,000 check in the mail. All right, he ain't changing
Well,
his
yeah,
mind.
he's opting in.
He's opting
He
in.
don't support it, but
He's
he'll
gonna
take
opt
it.
in, but he's not gonna change his mind for it.
No.
I don't want to see it, but I'll take the shit. So you won't vote for Andrew Yang,
No.
The Rock?
I'm voting for Kanye.
Is he? I don't know.
I hope not. I hope
I don't
not.
think he is. His
Kanye's
message has been-
Kanye's a little like. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate Kanye, but Kanye likes to
Jesus.
say some things that are. I
That's
don't know. He's
fine.
just kind of crazy. Honestly, he's a little nuts.
So who's the lady he's polling better than?
He's polling at the same rate before the Joe Rogan podcast. I would almost guarantee he's polling higher now.
Yeah.
But Kirsten Gillibrand or Gillibrand, she's some senator from somewhere.
Would you vote for her?
He doesn't know anything about her.
Well, he's not voting for Yang. Like he's got to pick somebody
Oh,
else.
I gotta pick Yang. Or
Do you even vote?
Do I even vote?
Yeah, I don't.
No,
All
I
right.
don't.
Don't get me started on this, man.
You could start on it. Josh votes.
Why don't you vote?
Who'd you vote for, Josh?
Donald Trump. That's right, I said it.
He's back to the most hated man on the internet.
That's right, I said it. And I'll tell you why.
Tell us why.
Because my boy Gary
Who's Gary?
Johnson,
I don't know who that is.
yeah, libertarian.
Did you go to school with him?
No. I just, I like him. I liked him a lot, and then he kind of blew it. And when he blew it, the options were Hillary or Donald.
Why don't you just write yourself in? Can you do a write-in for presidential vote?
You can write in all the time.
Yeah, you should have wrote yourself in.
Yeah, because one person.
Well, you're not 35.
Yeah. Look at that. Using your noggin.
Hey, but hold on. If you wrote Josh Hopkins, I bet at least one other person in America wrote Josh Hopkins.
Doesn't mean it's the same Josh Hopkins.
Right, but they don't fucking know. Then they got some investigating to do. And we know they're great at that.
I have, like,
Takashi
2
47,
people.
bruh. That's what he's got to change his name to. I looked up how many views that Andrew Yang video has. Right now it's at 1.8
I sit there
million.
for like an hour. Guy never touches me, nothing. Just like looking at me, waving.
I accidentally pressed play.
Solid.
So 1.8 million. Now, I didn't go through the comments on there. I didn't see any support. Did you guys go through the comments?
No.
Did you?
No, I didn't go through the comments.
I wonder if he got more support or more hate. Most of the time in Rogan comments, it gets a little nutty.
Yeah. So, for reference, Kirsten Gillibrand is a U.S. senator from New York.
Oh, so she's got to go against Rocio Cortez or whatever.
No.
Well, she'll be
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez or
yes.
AOC.
I know she's not running for president, but
She's
would
a
be lobbying.
yeah,
she'd
she's
be lobbying against her in her own state.
Well, she wouldn't be lobbying. They're on the same side.
Are they?
She's not running for president. She's 28.
I understand she's not running for president, but if she doesn't like her, like she's just very loud.
She's very dumb. Is what she is.
She that twerking lady.
What?
She might be. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. She was doing that dance in the hallway. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So
I like
What?
her policy.
she did some.
You like her policy?
Well, I just mean like her butt.
Are you socialist, Chase? Based off what you told me, it doesn't sound like you're a socialist, but I could be wrong.
Do you know what socialism is?
I don't honestly care. But no, I don't.
Okay. You're not. I don't think you're a socialist.
I don't think you'd be for socialism. That's where like the government pays for everything.
Oh no, I don't want that.
And, like,
Yeah, we all
they
share.
take the money from
Well, we
the
share
rich.
everything. Is
Yeah.
basically what true socialism is. We share everything.
It's Venezuela. You know what's going on in Venezuela right now?
No.
Or USSR, Russia. Sorry,
I was like,
I
where the
knew
fuck?
both.
the United States and Soviet Union.
I know what it is, but I was like, when the fuck did they come back?
But that's like because there's a form of socialism in Russia now, but it's not like it was back in the day.
Like communism?
Yeah. So communism is an offshoot of socialism.
No, I don't like either.
Good. Good.
I don't know. Josh might be for communism.
I'm not.
Ask him his preferred way to die.
How do you want to die, Josh?
An epic battle.
Like to the death?
Yeah, of course.
Or
Is there another battle that you know of that I don't know of?
Fortnite.
A Yu-Gi-Oh battle?
No.
A Pokemon
Oh,
battle?
fuck.
Man, people could die in that.
Oh well, yeah. And Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm pretty sure Charizard could kill you. It is a dragon.
You could, but that's hella against the rules. You're
Also,
right, so-
that should be a movie. That should be a movie.
What?
That it turns out that Charizards are really the dragons from medieval lore.
Charizards are not. Charizards aren't even dragons.
They-
They are not dragons.
Don't get him started.
Does he look like? Guess what?
Looks like a dragon. He is not classified as a dragon. Look at his type. Don't get me started on this. Like seriously. You
Does he
don't-
look like a dragon?
Don't get him started. He won't get pussy for like 6 months.
Does he walk like a dragon?
All right. Chase.
Does he talk like a dragon?
Defend your stance.
Then he's a dragon.
He's not a dragon.
He's
Hey.
a fucking dragon.
I've
You need to
been
look
in
at the
this
Pokedex.
debate.
What is he just fire type? Is that all he is?
Fire and flying type.
Oh my god, he's still
No.
he's a fire breathing flying dragon.
Josh, let me interject.
He's not. He's a lizard.
Let me just give you some perspective on arguments of Pokemon with Chase. So back when it was okay to still say things were gay, I told him Pokemon are gay, and he went on about how Pokemon cannot be gay. And I went on the internet and found a picture of 2 Pokemon fucking. I'm like, they're gay, and he just went on and on.
Well, I'm
about how
sure
they
I would've
can
been
be
pissed too.
gay.
People die in Yu-Gi-Oh all the time.
Oh fuck.
I've seen the show.
Oh, Pegasus died, didn't he?
Yeah, people die all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. This is beyond you. This is beyond you. But yeah, in other words, go watch the podcast if you hear this podcast. It's worth watching even if you don't end up agreeing with it like Chase.
Yeah, it was very informative. I liked it. Now, while we have Josh here, last podcast we talked a lot about Infinity War and Avengers.
That's true. Yeah.
Josh is a huge fan of Thor. His dogs are named after characters, right?
One was.
One was
Yeah.
not the new ones.
No, the new ones are King and Duke.
I don't know why I thought there
It's
was
very
a Zeus
white.
and
Well, they're Great Pyrenees.
So it's just more white.
They're big white dogs, Chase. I don't. They're giant dogs.
So he's a big fan of Thor. What did you think of Infinity Wars? Did you see it?
First of all, it's called Infinity War,
It's just
Yes.
one war.
right?
Excuse
Don't be that guy that's like saying chest when it's really chess.
Oh my god.
'Kay.
Watch Wrecked.
No, my parents have done that forever, and it really
Joe
pisses me
Buttons.
off. Huh?
Joe Buttons.
Whatever.
It's Joe Budden. Yeah.
Was I a fan of Infinity War?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a little. If I had it my way, it would have been 3 hours
Right.
because we're getting to that point in the Marvel universe where you have to extend a movie out so that so things can be touched upon, right?
Yeah.
Like you've seen Lord of the Rings, right?
No.
You've never Chase, have you?
Of course it's.
Okay, good. All right, so we have somebody else on the panel who's not full of shit.
Oh, I'm full of shit.
You're full of shit. How have you not seen that movie? Have you not seen any of those movies? I'm not talking about The Hobbit. I'm talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
What do you do? Like, what do you do?
I've seen every movie. That is that was a quote from you last time I was over
true.
here.
That's true, but I've never seen that because it's just nerdy to me, bro. Like, I don't want to watch it. Like,
Yeah, but here's the thing: you haven't watched it, so how do you know it's nerdy?
because this motherfucker is told
That's
me
not a
all
reason.
about it.
I love Lord of the Rings. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I've read every book. I can tell you everything you want to know about it. I'm also a jock. For those of you who don't know, I'm 6'5", 350 pounds. I'm a jock with nerd qualities.
There you go. Thank you for throwing that in.
But no, so in those movies, right? They're 3-hour movies, right?
Sure.
And they still don't get everything in from the books.
Right.
But they have to be that long because there are integral pieces to the story that you have to know.
Mm-hmm.
The one problem I had with Infinity War is I felt that it was all smashed
Infinity
together.
War.
I said Infinity War.
He said Infinity Wars, and he was using it as is.
Okay, got it.
In Infinity War,
Thank you.
the one problem I had is that I felt like it was smashed together. Like they cut from one location in the cosmos to another location in the cosmos too quickly. And for a lot of people who aren't paying attention, that's an issue, in my opinion.
I thought it was very well put together. Now, could it have been longer? Yeah, I would have paid attention. But
I'm also nitpicking.
a lot of people these days have ADD like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they're always on their phones.
I have tickets to go see Captain Marvel next week, and I looked at the runtime. It's 2 hours 15 minutes. And I think Endgame's supposed to be.
Endgame is actually supposed to be 3 hours long.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, they've shown it, and the studio's given full approval to make it as long as possible for the
It's
story.
necessary.
Yes.
Is there a limit? I don't know. That.
To a movie time?
Yeah. Like if you put a movie in theaters, is there a limit?
No, I don't think so. I think because the way it works in the theaters, I think, is that you have a contract, right? So Disney has the contract with theaters that when we make a movie and we want to distribute the movie, you have to show the movie this amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all it is. So as long as you can get the movie in there this amount of times, and there's certain things that are done based off of the length of a film, right?
Right.
Like the last Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, was like 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes, right? It was about that long, right?
It's long.
Right. So, and I saw that in theaters, and it was tough. Like that was tough back then.
Because you gotta piss. And
Well, yeah, and that's the problem, right? But the cool thing about Marvel is they're considering putting in an intermission point in the movie. So, like, it's literally going to be like back in the day. Because back in the day in movie theaters, you'd have, or in just regular theater and plays, you have intermission where it's halfway through the play, or it's at a good stopping point in the play or the movie, and it's intermission, and everybody gets like 10 to 20 minutes to get up, go back to the concession stand, go take a piss, do what you got to do, right? Go to the car, hot box, whatever. Because people do it.
Right, you're right.
Not I, but people.
Right.
So I think like when it's 3 hours, you have to do it. With everything that's happening now, with it being the culmination project of everything we've seen from Marvel thus far, with everything they have to do in the film and the details about it, it's going to be necessity.
Did you hear anything about this intermission?
Not yet. Like I've kind of laid off for a while, but it would honestly make sense. I know a lot of theaters are probably going to do, because they've done this in the past, where they're going to play Infinity War and then follow it up with Endgame. So it's,
Back to back.
Yeah.
back to back.
That's a 5-hour day, son.
I'd do it.
I probably would too, to be honest with you.
Well, I've literally seen Infinity War. If you go ask Courtney, she'd probably give you 150 times.
I've seen it more.
It's great. It's a great movie.
It was really good.
It's really good. A big fan.
Are you gonna see Captain Marvel?
Yeah, I'm gonna see Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Are you? And you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it. Probably not opening night. I'll see it before.
No, see, the key to it is you go Thursday night.
That's where I'm going. It's my birthday.
That's
Going
what's
on
up,
Birthday
see?
night, 7:30 AMC.
See, no, I just do the Regal out here and about that.
I got that pass. Remember?
That's right. Movie pass
If
or like
that's what
AMC
it's
pass,
called.
whatever
Yeah,
the hell it is.
3 movies a week.
Oh, is that what it
for
is?
$20 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
But you don't like the chairs.
No, because it's not accommodating to those of us who are larger than others. Like that's the problem. It's not. Mainly, it's because when I sit in the chair, if I don't sit a certain way, then I hit the button with my hip, and then the whole movie I'm like going up and down with my legs. And
Chase, you remember when you were our water boy and I told you to go give Josh a water? He told me he thought he was going to rip your arms off and beat you with them.
Yeah, he was very angry. For those at home, I'm a very tiny man. I'm like 5'5", skinny. I have to ask for assistance to get bread on the top of the shelf in the store and at home.
So
So
you just climb on this shit.
In public at the store?
Yeah.
No.
Why not? If you
We
get
live in a
hurt,
society.
What if he knocks it over?
and he gets hurt, he gets paid.
That's not true because there's
There's security
certain
cameras that will show.
liability that's placed
That's
on
what.
me.
Yeah,
No, that's not on you,
bro.
You needed to get.
This is
that.
like a natural effect.
Bro,
It's
why
like,
do you-
should I step in front of a speeding car?
Oh fuck yeah, you should.
Jesus.
They're gonna look at the clock.
Is it in a crosswalk? Fuck yeah, you should. As long as you don't die, you should. For real, you get paid.
I'm not trying to do that. I like my legs too much.
What do you think? Oh yeah, okay. So last time I asked Chase about snitching because we were talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Would you be snitching if you're in his position? Do you know his position?
Not so much. You might explain it to me.
Okay, so he got indicted, charged for racketeering. I know you know what that is. Yeah, drug dealing, attempted murder, robbery, guns.
So he got the book thrown at him
Yeah,
pretty much.
47 years was the charge.
All right.
His homie, Shoddy, who is also his manager and leader of the Treyway Bloods, allegedly, went to court and they said, "How do you plead?" And he said, "We don't bend, we don't break. It's Treyway." Tekashi pled not guilty, and now it came out on Vlad TV. I don't know if you know what that is.
Not really. No.
He does interviews. You know what Vlad TV is. I sent you interviews.
Yeah.
He interviewed Tekashi's baby mama, and she read his plea deal, and it says basically, you tell us everything about anything ever with these motherfuckers, and we'll let you off.
So he did
including the time you hired somebody to shoot at somebody, you get to walk away from this.
So he did a Frank Lucas without being Frank Lucas. Like he turned on everybody
Right.
to reduce his sentence.
To walk.
So he's walking. So he's not going to be in prison at all. Is he going into WITSEC?
Unknown.
Witness protection.
Unknown, but I would assume.
I mean, the other thing too is Tekashi 6ix9ine also has tattoos on his face.
I think he's going to change the name to Tekashi 47.
Tekashi 47.
While they're holding him in prison, at least.
Well,
You should. Would you snitch?
Yeah, probably. I'd probably snitch. You probably have to, man. What are you gonna do?
Take your time like a man.
Like, I know the one couple of things that I've seen about it is that like this guy, like, it wasn't just that they came to him and were like, you got to do this. Like the people that he was supposed to be friends with also like fucked with him a bunch.
Allegedly, so
like fucked his girl.
So allegedly, so he did say that. He went on Breakfast Club and he said that, like, and they were stealing money from him. But his baby mom on the Vlad TV interview, she's like, none of that's true. She didn't fuck him.
Well, of course she's gonna say it's not
But
true.
hold on, and he said, like, when he first heard it on the radio, he came back. They were in like they were overseas somewhere, and she came back to the room and she said he beat the fuck out of her, like. And then as soon as he felt bad, he was like, I know you didn't do anything, but you can't be having me look stupid out here.
I mean, it sounds like a likely story to me.
So let me give you this. It's another Vlad interview with Lil D. He was.
Who the fuck are these people?
Is that Lil Dicky?
No.
Jesus
there's-
Christ.
This is way before.
Moral of the story: if you're gonna be a rapper, don't get involved with gangs.
Hold on. So
Jesus.
let me give you this. So Lil D was an Oakland.
Does he have another name? Because I'm just picturing Lil Dicky.
He doesn't. I can't remember what his real name is, but he went by Lil D. And he got arrested in like 1986, I think. So he was in Oakland. By the time, and he was a crack kingpin.
Okay.
By the time he was 18, he was a multi-millionaire.
Okay.
He got picked up when he was 19. They found him just random one-off shit.
Yeah.
Kind of how they got Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross. He went to jail, and they gave him a plea, and they said, you give us the name of your distributors, your suppliers, we'll let you go. And he said, give me my time like a man. Because he got into the game, so he has to face the time. And that's what he said. He said, I made these choices to do this.
Okay.
Why would I not take my time like a man?
Because what's his other option?
To snitch on the people that were.
Yeah, but it depends on what your level of fear is, right? Like, because if he snitches, snitches get stitches or whatever, right?
Snitches die.
Yeah, well, that's an option. It's like, do I tell people or do I tell people and risk the me dying, or do I not tell anybody?
Right. Well, Takashi,
And still have a...
he's probably going to have to go to witness protection because they're going to...
Oh, sure, for sure. I'm sure he's gonna be dead pretty quickly.
But he got involved with them. So his baby mom said he was never like a blood before he was like 18.
All right.
And started rapping, and he joined up with them because they saw a way to get more money. The Bloods, the Treyway
Okay.
Bloods saw a way to get money, and he joined with them because he saw a way to get protection and some clout.
Okay.
But knowing you're getting into that, you got to take what comes with it.
Well, I'm sure you do.
But you would snitch?
Bro, here's the thing. All we know is they have got one side of the story, baby mama side of the story, right? Who could have been contacted, but anyway, this shit happens all the time. And, gangster-related stuff.
If your baby mama's fucking, your baby mama's fucking. Nothing you can do about it.
I'm not saying that, but here's the thing.
Snitch.
If you're supposed to be, if these are your boys, and this is supposed to be a gang, you guys are supposed to be like family, right?
Right.
And they turn around and do this shit, then it's like, well, where's your loyalty? You were already unloyal to me, so why should I be loyal to you now?
I see that side of the argument.
Right.
Because, like, a lot of gang members
Yeah.
say in jail...
Yeah,
Or sure, homies.
yeah. And of course, she's going to come back and say, no, this never happened, or whatever. Because there's probably somebody out there who's like, hey, you got to say this. Or, we're going to kill your kid or some shit. I don't know.
Potentially. Yeah.
Right?
Chase said if his neighbor gets busted for watching child porn, and they come in and they're like, it's a shared computer, and they charge Chase with it, he's not snitching.
Well, and Chase is an idiot.
Not an idiot.
It's very much in that moment, yes, sir. It's a shared computer. You're not snitching on your neighbor who's watching child pornography?
No, because this was my options: go to jail and die, or then live as a registered sex offender. And I have a kid that I would like to go to his school to see events that I could not do.
I mean, you're fucked either way. You might as well take somebody down with you.
I just want
Get a lesser sentence or something. You're gonna die in prison at that point. Child pornography, you don't fuck with kids. It's like the two things you don't do is fuck with kids and kill women or something like that, isn't it?
Rape.
Or rape,
Yeah.
right? Those are the two things you don't do. You die.
You can murder women all you want.
Yeah, you just can't
Don't
rape them.
While they're breathing.
Yeah.
I'm going down that death path. I'm emo for life, dog.
Oh man, you're gonna fucking get it. You're gonna fucking
Never
get it.
stop listening to My Chemical Romance.
Oh my god.
The fuck is that?
It's a
Band.
emo rock band from the 2000s.
Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't know about that.
The singer
You're not
is,
white.
The creator of Umbrella Academy.
Let me ask you this, Josh. So, you know who Demarius Thomas is, right?
Yes.
Do you know the story of his family?
Not really.
Okay. So when he was 12, I believe, his mom and grandma were arrested for drug trafficking.
Okay.
And the grandma was the big leader. Like, she was the one with the connect, and the mom was...
She was the boss.
Right. And the mom,
Just say the boss.
Okay, but the mom was, like, up there, but she wasn't fully in charge.
She was the underboss.
Mom didn't snitch. Mom, even having a kid, mom did... I think she ended up doing, like, 20 years until
Okay.
Obama gave her some clemency.
Okay.
In that situation, are you snitching?
It's family.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. That would be a harder decision to make. Because, once again, we don't know who got to who. And if they said, if you say anything, we're going to kill Demarius.
Mm-hmm.
Every mom and parent in the world is going to be like, all right, I'm not saying shit.
I don't know. I might be like...
If they're a good parent.
I'm not snitching, though, so I wouldn't be in that situation.
I got an idea. How about don't get into these situations?
It's not that easy.
It is pretty easy.
Straight white
Are you
male with a
kidding me?
college degree.
Are you kidding me? It's so easy, man. It's so easy. I have plenty of friends who are the exact same, who have gone down two separate walks of life, right? And they had the exact same opportunities in front of them. And they chose to do something different because they wanted to be hard, they wanted to be hardcore, or they wanted to have, street credibility or some bullshit like that.
Right.
That people tell themselves to say it's okay to get involved in these things. It's not okay to get involved in these things. You can make a life for yourself. There's plenty of opportunity out there. You just have to actually do things. This is one of the main reasons why I broke up with one of my ex-girlfriends a long time ago. The one that made fun of me? Jessica?
You broke up with her?
No. One of the reasons we broke up
Oh, okay. Was because of what?
is because of her... We were on opposite sides of this. She said that sometimes they don't have a choice. There's always a choice.
There's
You
always
know,
a choice.
I'm not saying that it's not an easy way to go.
Right.
It is, like you were talking about. Should I do this or should I go sell these rocks for $1,000? Make
Right.
$1,000. Yeah, of course that's an easy way to do it, right?
Right.
But that's illegal. It's the wrong way to do it. And if you get caught, then yeah, you got to do the time. But if you get caught and they're like, hey, do you want to tell us some things and we'll help you out? It depends on what they want to know and how much they're going to help you out. It's a deal. There's plenty of people that make deals all the time.
Look what happened to Brendan Dassey.
That wasn't his fault.
They lied.
Yeah, but that's the justice system failing him.
That was the police. The police said,
That's the
tell us
justice
what
system.
happened,
Yeah.
and we'll let you go.
It's pretty easy, of course, but I mean, you gotta watch. You watch tapes. You know exactly what you're talking. You're just saying that to say that. I know you are. I still haven't seen the end of that. Still haven't seen the full second season yet.
Second season was kind of whack.
I mean, I saw part of it. I like the lawyer. I feel like it doesn't turn out well.
He's still in jail.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem with it.
Do you think either of them are guilty?
I don't think Brandon is at all.
And just for people listening, we're talking about Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey from Making a Murder.
On Netflix. Shout out to Netflix.
You don't think Brendan is, but it's Stephen?
I'm not convinced, man. I'm just not. Like, and that's the biggest problem about it. You know, people think that, oh, he's guilty because of this. Well, there's too many things around. Like, you don't find the keys the first 3 times through, and then all of a sudden, there the keys are.
Right.
Right? They do the blood splatter test in the second season. That's, you know, I've gotten through that part. The blood splatter doesn't match.
Right.
If the evidence doesn't match, the evidence doesn't match.
Right, if the glove don't fit, you must have
Exactly, right?
Chase, do you think he's guilty?
Stephen Avery?
Yeah.
No.
Are you jumping on, if there's a protest, are you going and participating?
You know, my level of conviction is not that high. Like,
I wouldn't go either.
I'm all for it. I'll get on Facebook. I'll be like, yeah, thoughts and prayers. Hope you get out. But other than that, no.
Have either of you guys watched The World's Toughest Prisons on Netflix?
No.
No.
So it's really cool. Like, I like to watch like jail
Seems
shows.
like it's not.
But
cool.
hold on. Let me tell you why.
Can I ask you a question first?
Sure.
Is it about the world's toughest prisons?
Yes and no.
What?
So let me explain.
All right. Well,
So they do go to a lot of the worst prisons: Brazil, Costa Rica, Cuba. Then they go to this one in Denmark, and it's the world's nicest prison with the lowest return rate in the world, and it's literally like you're living in a hotel. I saw this shit. They literally have a grocery store. They're only providing 1 meal a day, and the rest you got to cook yourself with your full kitchen in your room. And I seen this shit, and I was like, I want to go
Sign
to
me
jail
up.
there.
Let me go to Denmark real quick.
For real. It was crazy. You haven't seen it either?
No, I haven't. I have a question though. Is it for like non-violent offenses?
No, it's all.
all.
That's like their max security, but they have all levels of prisoners in that facility, but they have max.
Did they explain?
And the guards don't carry any weapons, and the guards are like friends with them. They like sit. They have like a community area with couches, and the guards sit there and talk with them. And they're non-confrontational. And that's what a lot of guards said they think is the reason. It's because they talk to them like they're, you know, you're here. You fucked up, but you're here to do your.
That
time.
doesn't explain the non-repeat
No.
offenses.
It really doesn't. But they're like reforming. They're actually spending time on reform.
Okay.
You gotta watch it.
I'm not going to,
You
but
should.
I'm not going to. I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. I'm not gonna watch that shit. That sounds boring as fuck. And
It's only like a half hour.
you already told me everything I need to know about it.
There's more. I haven't seen it.
I think you gave every point that we would take away from it, like entirely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Josh watches some things that I watch, and I'm like, I didn't think that at all.
It's because I'm educated.
Or you just have your views and I'm not.
It's because I'm a single white, educated male.
Mm.
That's straight.
Mm. Identifies as male 100%.
Not even like a little girl.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I have a dick.
Well, yeah.
I watched when we were talking about the Rogan thing.
Yeah.
He was talking to some guy, and they were like, "You can't." They were watching some debate, and like somebody was debating somebody about just because you have a dick doesn't mean anything. Like he said, like a dick doesn't make you a male. It was hilarious. Like that. Guy,
Okay, sure.
That guy was
Your
going
genes do.
hard.
Your
Right?
genes do.
He was saying nope.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, man. It's like my dad was telling me the other day that some guys that think they're girls did their stuff, right, and identify as women now.
Did their stuff like Operation.
Like, I don't know the extent of it, but did what they had to do to be, you know, transgender,
Okay.
right? And they joined women's track and now hold the records in the state
Right.
for women's track.
Right.
And that's so much bullshit, man. Like, what the fuck?
I had to write a paper on that.
Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard, and it's killing me, man.
In my
It's killing me.
online
You know
school.
where I wish I was one time? Y'all saw that GameStop video, right? That one dude that's a ma'am was like, "It's ma'am," and got pissed at the GameStop. You've seen this video, haven't you? Guys haven't seen this video?
No.
It was all over the place. So it's this dude. Okay, so it's this guy who's obviously a man. Like, he's obviously a male.
Is it the one out here?
No, it's not
There's
here.
one
It's just
located.
somewhere.
Have you been to that GameStop?
That's the GameStop. I live right next
Yeah,
to
but
that
have you
GameStop.
been to it?
Of
Yeah. I've been. I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking
That
about.
dude used to be a dude.
He used to be a dude.
And
Yeah,
I went in there one day and I was like,
it's weird, man.
"Fuck happened?"
Yeah, I had the same thing. I was like, I didn't know what to say
Yeah.
because I was like, I have a history with this guy. Like, I feel like I'm friends with this. You know, like, we have a relationship,
A little bit.
and it's weird now because you had no idea. Like,
Right.
I hadn't gone to GameStop because I got tired of them screwing me over with the fucking trade-ins. You know, I'm gonna go trade my firstborn. We'll give you 50 cents.
Did you see the video about that? The trade-ins and how shitty they are.
I don't need to. I've lived it.
So it was.
I've lived that life
right,
for a
no,
long time.
This was really funny. So a kid went in there with like brand new, like the games at the time were like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Uh,
Were they weren't outside the wrapper, were they?
they were.
They were, okay.
Right, but all brand new games, a brand new Nintendo Switch, an Xbox One, and the GameStop guy's bringing it up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to get all these games, yeah." And the GameStop guy goes, "All right, your credit is $3.50." He goes, "What the fuck?" And starts throwing shit all over
Yeah,
the
no, and I know how the system works. It's because it's based off of popular demand, right?
Right.
So, like, there's this game series I play called Dynasty Warriors. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, right?
I have Hyrule Warriors on my Switch.
Okay, so you know what's up then.
Yeah.
All right, so I went in there once, and they don't ever. This game is not like well known, right? They had, I think, 1 or 2 copies in the store. I bought it for like $35, right? And year later, or however long it was, I took it back and trading. I got $30 for it in credit
Wow.
because it's not a popular game.
Was it one of those weekends where like, come in?
No.
30% more?
No, it was just I was like a fucking Wednesday or some shit, and I was like, I need to go trade this in because something was coming out, and I was gonna pre-order it or something. And generally, what I do is I take a game in and I do the pre-order, right?
Right.
Well, I used to.
Use the credit for the pre-order.
Yeah, right. Because then you can put a down payment on, and then you can pay. And I tell myself, "Oh, I'll go in and pay $5 all the time." I never do. You never do. You never do. But I went in there and traded it in. The guy was like, "Yes, there's $30 in store credit," and I was like, "Well, hell yeah, it is. We'll put that on the pre-order, right?" Because it wasn't a popular game. They didn't have a lot of copies. Now you go in now, it's like trading Call of Duty, Black Ops 4. You're getting like $3
Yeah.
because it's a popular game,
Right.
and there's no like. It's not hard to find it. You don't have to go on Amazon to find these games, right? So that's the problem with it. You know, I'm still not a fan.
You wanna?
I'd rather go to Best Buy.
I went with Chase to GameStop once.
Oh man.
That was a terrible experience.
Skyrim.
I didn't know these things happened.
Oh, you're talking about was it like the midnight release?
It was
Yeah.
a midnight release for Skyrim.
Oh shit!
The original release of Skyrim.
Oh wow.
There was a line wrapped around the fucking building.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been to those.
And then I looked at these motherfuckers and I was like, Chase, just by me being here, I may not get pussy for like a month.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I found funny about that whole thing is, like, the entire time you're like, look at not one colored person, not one fucking colored person. We get into the store, the one other colored person was the one who was dressed the fuck up the most. Like, way to represent.
And now he's a girl.
You know, I actually think it was that.
It was him.
That's very true. That's
It
fine.
didn't go where you wanted to. It didn't end the way you wanted it to end.
It ended better for me, I feel. Like, now I feel like I'm friends with him.
Because he's a girl or because of Skyrim?
It's
Because
weird,
it's
man.
Skyrim.
It's weird. Like, listen, I don't know. Your jeans are your jeans.
Yeah.
Like, you can cut your dick off and, you know, have sex change surgery, but your jeans are your jeans.
Shit, I thought about it like, because I
Yeah,
had
the
to.
sex change.
Well, hold on. Let me. Let me just put some perspective.
I feel like there's no perspective. It's either yes or no. That's a yes or no answer.
No. So I had to write a paper for my online college, right, about transgenders in sports.
Why?
It was whether we agreed or disagreed. It wasn't
Okay.
like
Was this like a topic?
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't like I'm going to choose my own topic.
No.
Okay.
And then at that time I was coaching MMA, and I was like, if I was a girl, like if I just had my dick cut off and I was a girl, I would go in there and fuck up every female in there and become a millionaire.
Exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem.
I'll be the next Ronda Rousey in this motherfucker.
That's the problem.
Like, you would lose really quick. Like, I'm not getting
Hold
that.
on.
Oh.
She's a millionaire, bruh.
You said you were going in swinging, and you said you're gonna be the next Ronda Rousey. And it tells me you're gonna get 1 foot.
Yeah,
in
that
the
career
face.
didn't end very well.
You're gonna end up on WWE.
Hey, how much money's in your bank account and how much is in hers? I'll take that shit.
I don't care. She took an L.
I'll take
like
a kick to the face for that money. I don't give a fuck.
I beat the fuck out of you for $1 million.
You can.
Yeah, I can. Stop
I
it.
think he could.
Stop
Anyway,
it.
Josh.
You have nothing. Your training doesn't matter when you're dealing with me.
He's like Goliath, and you're
Guess
like
what? Your training doesn't matter when a grizzly bear is on top of you, man. It don't matter. You can do what you can,
Yeah,
but
right. That guy that killed that fucking mountain lion.
yeah, I'm not good for him.
A mountain lion and a grizzly bear are 2 different animals.
Yeah,
Man.
he ain't going toe to toe, fisticuffs with a grizzly and walking away from that, bud.
You think you're going hand?
Oh, no, I'm
gonna
gonna no. I think I'd take a mountain lion. Sure,
think so?
I think
I
so.
watch Mansers. I know how to take.
I think sure.
Manser.
I'll tell you this. You know. This might make me a terrible person. Maybe I'll become the most hated man on the internet again. It's a crown I wear proudly.
Right.
But those 2 guys that died over in the Seattle area, right? You hear about like the mountain lion attack where like the 2 guys were on their bikes or whatever.
Oh, only one died.
Yeah, one died. One died, and right? Do you guys know
And
those
the
people?
The other guy, so one got attacked. His friend hit him with a mountain bike to try to save his friend. That guy died. The friend that he
So
saved
that's
rode
not
the
what
fuck
happened.
off. Okay.
That's not what
That's
happened.
what I thought happened.
That's not what happened.
All this is news to me.
This is great. So these 2 guys are like on this trail, right?
Yeah.
And this mountain lion jumps one of them, and like has the guy like in his fucking, has the guy's head in his fucking jaw, like in his mouth,
Jesus.
right? Like it's a wrap,
Right.
right? So the guy is like, apparently from what I read, the guy didn't do a whole hell of a lot to help his friend. The guy like just ran. It's like, imagine that. Imagine you and me or the 3 of us on a fucking bike trail. That would never happen. But the 3 of us are on a bike trail.
Hold on. If
Why-
Chase is there, I'm gonna interject this story. I took Chase to Oakland. I got out at a 7-Eleven to take a piss. Some dude yells, "Hey!" Chase locks the doors, drops his seat, says, "Gino's dead. Let's get the fuck out of here."
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Some dude going, "Hey," sounding very threatening. I don't care if he was helping a lady with her slushie on the roof of her car. And a mountain lion are 2 different, again, creatures. I would rather go after a mountain lion. I know how to take a mountain lion. I know what's
I
up.
think he's right.
Chase, I don't think you're making it from mountain lion, man. I think you gotta hope with the people around you. Size matters when you're fighting an animal.
Cats have a very sensitive gag reflex. I'll just shove my fist as far as I can down their mouth. They'll start gagging. That's when I will run.
You can't run if they're gagging on your fist.
They're gonna put your fingers down and make yourself gag and like try to keep them in there. They're not gonna stay.
It runs faster than you.
Run and gag. Just I don't think you can in this.
You'd have to carry it with you. Like you'd have to have it by like under the neck, shoving your fist down its throat and like running.
I don't think you can carry one. Are
I'm
we talking baby mountain lion or full?
No,
grown?
we're full
I'm talking
grown.
like it's
Full
like
grown.
in my face and it's like raw and I'm like shh. Just shove my fist when it's yelling at me.
You know what? Well, when you find a mountain lion and you fight it and that works for you, you let me know.
Shit, ask him about the time we went rattlesnake hunting.
Rattlesnakes and mountain lions are different.
Why would you go? Why would you ever do that? Anyway, get back to the story. We're getting off topic. So the dude runs, right? So the guy that ends up dying is the guy that abandoned his buddy and ran.
Oh shit.
Because the fucking mountain lion saw something run
Yeah, he wanted
and was
to
like,
chase.
"That's what's up," like a cat does with the fucking laser pointer.
Yeah.
And the dude who made it was the guy that got fucked up originally.
Damn. Is his face all fucked up?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't look at the
it's-
pictures, but from the article, from what I read, that is what it sounded. It read to me. because they found the guy, and like the mountain lion, like the dude ended up killing. Like I think the mountain lion died at the same like when he was attacking the second guy. It's like the dude fought him or whatever.
And the mountain lion died?
Yeah, or maybe he didn't. I don't know.
I thought they had to go get it.
Maybe they tracked it down, but it's like I don't know how you distinguish one mountain lion from the next mountain lion. It's like Jaws.
They do it with alligators in Florida all the time.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you just go over to Louisiana and grab somebody and be like, "Hey, come over here and do this," and the swamp people come over and like, "Oh, we know which one you're looking for."
Yeah, that's a great. Now go ahead and ask Chase why we went rattlesnake hunting.
I don't want. Why would you do that?
Oh yeah, because I was gonna eat it.
But why?
What the fuck?
Because
A debt was owed.
a debt was
It
owed.
still is owed.
I know it's owed. I don't really want to talk about it
What
because
the
like
fuck?
I feel like
It got weird.
You make the weirdest fucking bets, man.
It wasn't a
It
bet.
wasn't
It
a
was
bet.
a debt.
it's a debt. That's all you need to know.
I did
really.
something for Chase that I wouldn't have normally
And
done.
and his paying me that is to fucking go and find a rattlesnake,
So at that time, that was when Man vs. Wild was.
kill said rattlesnake,
Yeah.
not get bit
Yeah.
and poisoned, and then eat said rattlesnake.
And piss in the skin, walk for a mile with the skin, and then drink your piss.
Oh yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. This is a heavy debt, man.
That's not a debt. Dude. That's fucked up. What is wrong with you?
So it was when Man vs. Wild was very popular.
That's not a reason.
No.
That's not a reason to make somebody who you call your friend risk their life by trying to find a rattlesnake.
I
I think
risked
he
my
risked his
life.
What did you do for you?
I don't think we should talk about it.
What did he do for you?
It got really uncomfortable. But like he definitely risked his life.
I did.
You risked your life.
I feel like this was a life-threatening situation that he put himself into.
I feel like your definition of risk their life is different than my definition of risk their life.
I don't know if you.
We can talk about it off air. It's not a big deal. This is fucking weird.
If you were there, you would definitely understand. You'd be like, all right, I get this. I understand.
Yeah.
Did you like claim him as one of your own people?
No.
Okay.
The debt is still owed till today, but we did go rattlesnake hunting, and it was Chase, go find a rattlesnake. Chase is scared than a bitch. Gino's biggest fear in life is fucking snakes, and who's out there looking for the fucking
That's
snake?
my point. Why are we? That's the dumbest thing ever. Like,
I think that is the first question that you could say to any story that we would tell you.
that's true. That's true.
Is what?
Why? That would usually. That's actually any time we share a story of something we've done with anybody, the first thing out of their mouth is why.
Well, see, that's the difference between you and I. I don't get into these things with him. I'm just like, no, I'm good.
You know, I just let things happen.
Yeah, I don't.
He's like, you know what, this is going down, and usually I'm like, okay, let's see what goes on. And it turns out. That's all I'm gonna say. It turns out. To be honest.
Turns out one way.
One day we're gonna find this fucking rattlesnake.
When are you gonna? I hope you both die doing this. That's all you deserve for trying to hunt a rattlesnake for no reason than to kill it, eat it,
There's plenty.
strip it of its skin, piss in said skin, walk a mile, and then drink the piss that has not been boiled or disinfected.
You don't have to boil your piss to drink it.
Bruh,
Dude, kids drink their piss all the time.
that doesn't make it okay or healthy.
Well, they don't die. Well, the vaccinated ones.
It's true. Anti-vaxxers. God. That's another plague on society.
Chase, last
Anti-vaxxers.
time we were talking, we got on the subject of like the legal marijuana stuff.
Yeah.
I know I was gonna find out how much you could buy at one time, and I guess so. I was talking to my friends, one who works in a pot shop. You can buy an ounce, 1 ounce per person per time you come in the store. So
Yeah.
what people will do is they'll just buy an ounce, go put it in a trunk, walk back in the store, buy another ounce.
It's called a loophole.
Right. They were telling me there was this. So he works at one of the shops out here, and they were having a 30% off day, or like a 60% off day. So you get an ounce for $40.
How much does an ounce usually cost?
Like 300.
God damn.
And people drove up from Florida
No shit.
with bags full of money. Came in and they're like, "How much weed can we buy?" And they're like, "We can't." And he said they came with like 5 people in a car.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on the legal devil lettuce?
I don't mind it. I think we need to figure out where the fuck the money went in this state because nobody apparently knows.
What do you mean?
Like, we legalized it, right?
Right.
Part of the reason we legalized it was not just because people have medicinal uses for it, but because it's a cash crop.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that Henry Ford originally meant for his combustion engine to run off of hemp. The byproduct, right? A lot of people don't know that. The reason it didn't happen is because the oil companies got behind it. Like, we're going to lose a shit ton of money.
The Rockefellers, right?
Well, just the oil guys. I don't know if it was the Rockefellers, whoever the fucking oil people were, the industry itself. But that initially was what. So think about if that was okay back then it would be legal everywhere now, because it would be that's a byproduct of growing it.
Right.
So I have no problem legalizing it nationwide. Doesn't bother me at all. I think it needs to be regulated and taxed
Yeah.
the same way that alcohol is, you know. But the problem is in this state we did that, and apparently we don't know where that money is. From what I've heard, is the money's just gone. Nobody knows where the money was put, what account it went into. It's just gone.
Damn.
And it's like, okay, well, it must have gone somewhere, because money doesn't just grow legs and walk out of the store.
I feel like there's not a whole lot of money in it because my neighbor right here, he rents that house and he owns his own grow.
Okay.
Like I feel like if I was a street dealer and I grew my own weed, I would not need to rent a house. I would own. Now he does it all legally.
No, but here's the thing though, right? But if he does, okay, so are you talking legally or
Yes,
illegally?
He legally does it.
Okay. A lot of people don't want to buy a house because of the way the markets are.
True.
That's the one thing that our generation is pretty big on, is not buying houses.
Right.
Like, we rent.
Right.
Because why would you? Because here's the thing. You own, because you rent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you rent, washer and dryer go out. You don't got to pay for that.
These are mine.
Well, most people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most people, like an appliance goes
Right.
out,
I see what you're saying.
you don't got to pay for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if my parents didn't own the house they live in,
Those pipes would get fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
pipes get fixed. They don't got to worry about that.
Right.
He doesn't have to worry about that shit,
True.
right? He's going to have to deal with whatever kind of appliances are in there, which is why people go around and look at different places to rent. You know, how new are their appliances? That's one of the questions everybody asks. I mean,
See, what I did is I just bought my own, like that stove in there. That's
Mhm.
mine. They have a washer and dryer.
well, and you can do that, and that's
Right.
that's the other thing you can do, right? But if you don't want to do that and be responsible for the appliances, then you rent.
True.
You live in an apartment complex. You can't bring your own shit in there,
Right.
so you have to deal with what you got.
Chase lives in an apartment complex.
I do.
Okay, well, I
Great.
just moved out of one.
I have
That
a
wasn't
really-
great.
I have a really great view of Napa.
That's nice.
Of
Like,
what?
Napa, Fred
Auto
Myers.
parts? What?
I have a nice view of Napa and Fred Myers.
There's a Napa over there?
the auto parts store.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know why that's so confusing. to you.
Because I was like, wait, I thought I knew where you live. You live in the same place I went to, right?
I don't think so.
When I met your kid?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I still live in that place.
There's a Napa over there?
Yeah.
Huh. Sullivan and 4th area.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, Gino.
Oh, okay. There's a Napa over there?
Yeah,
Fuck. I don't pay attention to
we know. This is apparent by our by the exchange just now.
All right, let's get Josh on this because I know he can go on. So, at one point, me and Chase watched these videos on how the Earth could potentially be flat.
Oh, Jesus.
And at that time, I don't know how Chase's stance was, but we were both like, it might be. I don't know. And then I showed the videos to Josh. He was very skeptical to watch those videos at first. Then he did watch, and after he watched, he said, they asked some good questions, but I just want to know where you're at now.
The Earth is round.
Mm.
There's nothing else to be said.
I don't know, man.
I was waiting for it. I thought you don't build this up. You gotta go on now.
What about Neil deGrasse Tyson, bruh? He was a big advocate for the Earth is round. Where's he at now? In hiding because he molests females.
That has nothing to do with him being wrong about the Earth being round.
That's
What a typical move by an uneducated fool. What a typical move.
you're distracting him over here. No.
I know that.
He's a molester, so he must be wrong about everything.
Would you trust a molester?
Yeah, that's how.
I mean, it depends on what we're talking about.
I don't know if I would trust a molester at all.
A molestation is an action, not a piece of knowledge.
True. So, you at one point you did say they ask good questions,
Oh, sure, they ask good questions.
and
They would have to be taken seriously.
I don't know that they are taking that serious.
You were pretty hung up on them, bro. Like,
I was like, shit, they ask really good questions, and I still haven't.
I'm gonna
seen
ask.
anybody.
Well, part of the reason I
address.
said they ask good questions is because I don't know that shit.
Right, and I still haven't
Right?
seen it addressed.
But it's like part of the stuff that you brought up about like if the world's flat, the world's not flat or something like that. Why can't you see the ship or some shit in the ocean?
Right,
That was one of them, right?
Because your eyes can see 3 miles out, and then with your normal eyes, you would see the ship disappear over horizon.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is take binoculars, and the ship is still there.
Yeah.
But what the round Earth theory is which they still stand by, but it was set back in the day, was you don't see it anymore because of they dip over the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain point, yeah.
Well, that's what they said. When your eyes can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if you have binoculars, there's going to be a point where you're not going to be able to see it because it's.
That's been disproven. With the binoculars, you can see it as long as binoculars can see for it. Which
Exactly.
It's not forever.
As long as binoculars can see for, right?
Well, but okay, even if we go up on a plane and we look with binoculars, at some point the binoculars can't keep going.
Yeah, I know.
It's not because there's necessarily a curve, because by that rhetoric and theory, in a plane,
Obviously, there's a
you
place
should
where
be
your
able to-
vision stops, right?
Exactly.
Where you can't see past like this point.
Right.
Okay, sure, but you can still see stuff in the distance,
Right.
right? It's not like you're looking, and then all of a sudden there's just black.
Right. And then
Right.
there's like by measurements, like by what the standard is for where the curvature would take place with the degrees and latitude line, whatever the fuck, right? You wouldn't
Science.
Yeah, you wouldn't see these buildings if you back up from this point. You cannot see because of the curvature of the Earth.
Okay.
Well, then they take a telescope and they see the buildings. So the math is wrong.
Well, something there is wrong.
Right, the math is wrong. So and I'm not saying that.
I've always thought the math is wrong.
I'm not saying the Earth is flat. I'm not saying it's round, but the math is wrong. So they just got to revisit this shit.
Well, it's obvious when you're in a plane, because you said like when you're in a plane, why can't you see the curvature of the Earth? You said that to me once,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
That wasn't that. No, what I said was why doesn't.
I think people have an underestimation of how big the world is.
True.
Like, it's pretty fucking big. Like, it's not Jupiter.
Chase, get in on this shit, man. You barely talking tonight. What the fuck?
Well, with this flat Earth, I gave up on it because the Earth is round, and after like watching all these videos, it's like, okay, cool. These are great questions, but then there's still great questions in I don't know, Avengers and Pokemon,
true.
like in other fictional.
Atlantis.
That is also a great question, but that shit's not real.
I know where it is.
Where is it?
In
I know exactly where it
in
is.
Bermuda
Assassin's
Triangle?
Creed Odyssey, you find it.
Oh.
That's not what I'm talking about, but okay.
Where is it?
It's in Africa.
Just in Africa.
Well, I don't remember what the fucking place is
It's a
called.
big.
Is
It's
it-
been a while since I watched the video, but it's in
Uh-huh.
Africa. This guy does this 3-part series on it, and how
on YouTube.
yeah, it's
Where the
great.
Flat Earth.
No. Yeah, well, yeah. But it's great because I've always been interested in Atlantis because I think it's real
Okay.
and I think it's somewhere. I think the way we thought about it is wrong.
What was that movie?
Atlantis.
No. There's a movie about old time Italy and the volcano goes off.
Oh,
Pompeii?
Pompeii?
Yes.
It's actually pronounced Pompeii, but we don't do that here.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's what I got from a distinct thing when I was in
That's all you took.
in college. No, one of my history professors is very that's why that double I is there because it's supposed to be Pompeii.
Ah.
But we are just like Pompeii because we don't give a fuck.
For those who don't know, Josh graduated from EWU,
Yes.
home of the Eags.
Yes. Red turf. That's all you need to know. Now you know who we're talking about.
Oh, so are they an offshoot of the Bloods?
No, they're not an offshoot of the Bloods.
Is that why you're
Takashi
wearing
goes
a
there.
red shirt?
No.
Takashi goes.
I'm just
there.
repping Pizza Planet over here. It's fine.
Treyway. So, okay. What about if this gets watched, which hopefully it will, people in the comments start attacking you, will you answer them about the Earth?
About the flat Earth shit? No.
Why not?
Because I don't fucking deal with stupid fucking people, man. Like, that's the thing. Like, people. The reason people keep bringing this shit up is because people keep responding to it.
But the questions aren't addressed.
Because we've done science for fucking thousands of years,
just
Gino.
told you how the science is wrong. in
Their
some
science,
parts.
sure, yeah, some part it's wrong, some parts it's right. But I'm telling you, the Earth's not flat. Like, the whole purpose of that is the dumbest shit in the world.
The purpose of it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so if the Earth is flat, right?
Mhm.
Then where does the fucking water go? Are we talking like old-timey, like, Pirates of the Caribbean shit where, like, you fucking fall off the side of the... Okay?
No. So what they
So
say,
then it's like, oh, then we're inside of a fucking snow globe looking thing.
well, no.
And the sun is not real and the moon is not real.
No, they don't say that at all.
You've said that to me.
No,
In the
I-
fucking past. Yes,
no,
you
I
have.
didn't. I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
have.
no.
You've said,
I said
this
that
is
they-
this
no,
is
no,
what
no.
they say. This is what they say.
They say
That
it
it's all
doesn't-
that's not natural.
Yeah, we don't what they say, some of them say that we don't orbit the sun. The sun orbits us. That's what I say.
That's the dumbest shit ever.
I can't.
Just the physics behind that is
Let me
stupid.
go back and answer your first question of what and this is not me defending them. I just want to give light
Sounds like
to
you're
what
defending
they're
it.
saying.
Sounds like you're defending
Where
it.
they say the water goes is they say it's Antarctica, and there was an Admiral Byrd, a U.S. Navy.
I know about this, yes.
Right, and he said that there were walls in Antarctica that he couldn't see past, that couldn't be scaled. And that is where they say is the edge of the Earth. But they don't say that at the end of it, it just falls off. They just say it hasn't been explored and the government is keeping everybody from there. There's a world treaty saying you can't go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
But there was a guy on a Rogan podcast last week that actually he's the first person to trek across Antarctica by himself, unassisted, in like 30 days.
Was he fucking running?
No.
Jesus
he was
Christ.
carrying like a 300-pound sled.
What? Why?
He just wanted to do it.
Okay.
He got sponsors and got paid to do it. But he said, like, because it was so cold there, like, he had to shit inside of his tent. Like,
Well, yeah.
and his tent had, like, an extra hole in the ground, but in certain parts of Antarctica, you have to clean up your own shit and carry it with you. So he's like, when my sled started to get lighter, it would fill back up because I had to take my own shit with me. And Rogan was like, I just say fuck that and leave it.
Yeah.
Nobody's out there.
No one's gonna know.
It's gonna snow over it anyway.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's just gonna freeze and become a rock.
So that's what they say.
That still doesn't make sense.
There's the walls and it's unexplored.
I'm not saying like there could be walls and shit. I'm not saying that's not. Obviously, if all the governments of the world are like, we gotta fucking watch out for this, or there's a reason for it somewhere along the line. I'd like to know the reason.
So what,
I don't think the reason's because the Earth is flat.
right, what they say is just because there's so many untapped resources there, they don't want to deplete the Arctic.
Because that's what would happen.
Right, it would.
It'd be a well, probably wars would be started because of it.
Right.
I guarantee you that. So they just nipped it in the bud.
Yeah.
Like, we're not dealing with this bullshit.
And it's patrolled by
And
the
nobody wants to
Navy's
fucking go. I mean,
24/7.
do you want to go to Antarctica?
Fuck.
Exactly. No, you don't. So,
I don't even like it here when it's cold,
Well,
yeah.
which it is right now. So you've conformed, Chase.
I don't think I've conformed. I think I just, stopped actually giving any thought to the idea at all.
Because it's bullshit.
But
Yeah.
now you say it's round.
Yeah, because it is.
You've never seen it.
I've seen pictures of it.
No, you have not.
Bro, don't
Get me
start with
started
this.
on this
Don't
shit.
start with this.
Don't get me started on this CGI.
Don't. I'm
shit.
not doing this shit with you again. I did this shit
Okay.
with you for 2 years.
You're gonna tell me that we can CGI a perfect Earth, but can't CGI a fucking mustache away from Batman vs Superman?
What?
Yeah,
I don't know what he's talking about.
exactly. And that's why you're an idiot.
Harsh words, Josh.
You brought up this fucking flat Earth shit.
I just wanted your take on it.
You know what my take is on it. My take is that it's fucking ridiculous.
They don't.
It's some guy. Dude. This is what happened. Some dude was like, "I want to make my name somehow," and it was like, "What's the most craziest shit that I could say as a scientist?" Right? And this is what he came up with: Earth is flat. It's not round. And then all it happened is like the same fucking guy, the doctor that started this anti-vaxxer shit, made it. So anti-vaxxers, people don't want to vaccinate their kids, right?
Okay.
Okay, that's all based off of one doctor in the UK making up results and writing a paper on it. since came back and said, yeah, it's fake. But it doesn't fucking matter. Because people think that vaccinations give their kids autism. And so they don't get people vaccinated. And then we have measles outbreaks. We need
Did you get your kid vaccinated?
Fuck yeah, I did.
You know what we need? We need
Get
a,
your kid circumcised?
Yeah.
we need a fucking plague. That's what we need.
So this is
We need a plague
one thing me and Chase talked about last time. Is I said like
that kills only the stupid.
that America is too big of a country for any real change to happen. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
You don't think America's too big of a country?
No. I don't think so.
Why not? So the way we got on it was we were talking about like how Trump got elected, and I was like you think of the coast, right? West Coast, East Coast, and everybody's like, fuck Trump, we don't want change, blah blah blah. And then you shrink inside of America and middle America, and those motherfuckers are like, yeah, we just like our farms. We don't give a fuck. Give us Trump. We don't want any change. And that's why there could never be a real change in America.
See, I don't prescribe to that. I don't think it's because they want to change. I mean, even in the podcast that Yang talked about, he says that Yang,
okay.
when Yang talks, Andrew Yang talks, he says that the reason Trump won is because all these manufacturer workers lost their jobs in the middle in the battleground states, right? The automation. They want their jobs back. Okay, that's not why Trump won.
Right.
Trump won because people are sick and fucking tired of politicians doing nothing with their time and running the country. That's why Trump won. Because Trump was the first non-politician, which is why you have people on both sides that don't like him, because he's not one of them. I think part of it's policies, sure, part of it's the stupid shit he says, and he does some stupid shit, right? But he's not wrong he's not wrong a lot of the time too. Like, you know, he's like every other president, but the reason people think that there's so much hate for him right now, I think, is because, one, the media has its own thing. The media is biased. It's always going to be biased. It's always been biased, right? It's always going to be like that. That's never going to change. You're never going to. It's very hard to find somebody who's objective because everybody has their own personal things that have happened to them that make their ideas subjective to things. You know, that's how it always is. Never going to change. The problem, the one constant you have that Trump has against everybody that's in Congress and the House, is that a lot of them have been there for a very, very long time. And he's not one of the boys. He's an outside guy who came in and did something nobody thought could be done. And so they don't like him for it because he sets a precedent. For people now like Andrew Yang, who's an entrepreneur who has no political backing, to now, I'm going to run for president. Right? Or The Rock running for president. Right?
I just thought you were going to say me running for president.
You're not that dumb. You're not going to run for president.
But
You probably, you know, that's I think, I mean, now he says some stupid shit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's really stupid shit.
Yeah.
And people get pissed off at that. Yeah. But it's like, I have a problem with people who like from the get say, I want Trump to fail. It's like, if you want the president to fail, then you want the country to fail.
Right.
And that's what will happen.
They just want him out of office.
Yeah. Because they don't like him.
Do you think he was involved with Russia?
I think that, is there proof of it?
I don't know.
There hasn't been, and it's been a 2-year fucking investigation.
True. Are you going to vote for him again? Or are you going to vote for Yang?
I don't go into any election expecting to vote for anybody. It
Okay.
depends on what they do.
Okay.
I can tell you that I was going to vote. So I voted for Obama the first time. So if I could have voted, I would have voted for George W. Bush over Al Gore.
Okay.
Couldn't vote because I wasn't old enough. I voted for Obama when he ran against McCain, primarily because of
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin, because she's a fucking idiot. She, like, can't even describe. I can't even get to that depth of stupidity. I feel
Do you agree?
yeah.
Okay.
because she's just stupid, right? There's plenty of, and here's the thing: the bad thing that McCain did is that there are plenty of other better suited people that he could have chosen to run it that were women, but he didn't. He chose some stupid bitch. That's what she is. I want to be on the record.
Like
Okay.
how you lean forward just to.
Yeah, because it's important that people know that.
You just did it with.
She's
Pete.
so
That's
dumb.
it.
Okay, I was gonna vote. So I voted for Obama, right? When it was Obama and Romney, I leaned more towards Obama, but I was never made up until Romney started saying stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what was it? The one thing I always remember from like the debate is that Obama was like, well, you know, Mitt, we have these things called aircraft carriers. And it was like, that was it. He was dead. He was dead. And then his 47% comment or whatever that was, that killed him. It was over. So, okay, Obama. Sure, right? Then when we came up and it was between Hillary and Donald, I can't vote for Hillary because she's fucking crazy. And I don't know of anybody who's more corrupt than her. Right? If we did the things that she's done, we'd be in prison. That's it. At least we'd be on trial. Right? For just the, and that's just the server that she had in her basement. We're not even talking about Benghazi and how she did nothing there and then lied to the American people about it and then told her family a completely different story, which is how she got caught up. And then when she's in the hearing about it, she's like, what does it matter now? It's over with. It's like, it fucking matters why you let people die. You know, they didn't have to die and you let them die because you had to be, it's too late, man. It's not covert anymore. They know we're there.
Did you see the movie on this?
No, I didn't. What movie is this?
13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
Me and Josh went saw it in theaters together.
It's great. It's a
Yeah.
good movie.
He's
John
very
Krasinski is really good in it.
About Hillary as we walked in because I didn't know what the movie was about.
But no, she's a fucking trash. She got fired because of her corruption back when she was just starting out.
Did you see Vice?
I haven't seen Vice, no.
Oh, you should watch it.
No.
Shows how long Cheney was around.
Cheney's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But that's the problem, dude. Everybody, like, we all think, I think there's this misconception with the American people that we think that these politicians just come out of the woodwork. They've been there behind the scenes forever doing the same shit day in, day out. Okay. Why should I think that you're going to get something done now when you've been in the role trying to do this for 20 fucking years? It makes no sense. What about me giving you more power when really you don't even have the power, right? The president isn't even supposed to have the kind of power that they have currently. Initially, with how the founding fathers,
checks and balances.
yeah, right. There's no reason giving you more power is going to do anything to help what you've been doing.
Do you guys agree with the emergency declaration that he passed for the wall?
Not sure.
You,
I don't
know
pay
about it?
No, I don't pay
You know about it?
Yeah, of course I know about it.
Tell Chase about it.
So you know he wants to build the wall, right?
Yeah.
We know he had the huge government shutdown because he wanted funding for the wall and all that. Well, after they passed the partial budget for the 3 weeks or whatever, when it came around time for them to do it again, he wasn't getting anywhere, so he decided to declare a national emergency for the building of the wall, right? So essentially it's so he can get funds to build the wall, right? No, I don't agree with it. I think it's stupid. I also think he did it for a reason, okay? Because the people don't know that almost every president has declared national emergencies over stupid ass shit.
Yeah.
And we still have national emergencies. Obama had like 13 national emergencies over like kids eating healthier in schools.
Yep.
Kind of shit.
Yep.
So let's all back up. He has two.
I'm with you.
He has two.
No, I know.
All right.
But nothing gets the
No
coverage.
But the main problem I have with that whole thing is you have the reason why I don't like a lot of Democrats. Straight up, and like when I say Democrats, I mean like Democratic senators, not people, because I don't really care if you are conservative, Republican, constitutionalist, liberal, whatever kind of fucking term you want to use for it. It doesn't matter. As long as we can have. No, I have a problem if you're fascist.
Oh, I don't even know what that means. Do you know what it means?
I have an idea, but not fully.
As long as we can sit down and have any kind of a real conversation about stuff, then it's cool. You can believe what you want to believe. I'm never going to tell you not to believe stuff. But I have a problem when people go back on their words and vote differently because they don't like the person. And that's what's going on. You know, it's on record that a lot of these people voted for a wall that was longer than what the one that's proposed in 2013. In case you didn't know. That's including Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
I didn't know that. Do you know who those people are?
I've heard Nancy's name, and
She's
I
like the
want to
Speaker of
say
the House,
Amy
right?
Yeah,
Schumer,
Pelosi's Speaker of the House. So
Amy Schumer?
but I know.
No. She's Amy Schumer is his cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like they're actually related, and he's a senator from New York as well. But
Wow.
they're on record. They're on record as doing this, and
do you think the wall will help anything?
I don't know. What I can tell you is that throughout all of history, one of the first things you build in a place is a wall, is a barrier between you and your possible enemies on the outside of the wall.
But have they ever worked?
Yeah, of course they've worked.
What one worked?
Dude, walls work all the fucking time.
Did the Great Wall of China work?
I'm pretty sure that kept the Mongolians out.
It worked. Here's the thing. It worked for some time. Yes. Not every wall. Obviously, you could have a fucking wood wall and somebody sets it on fire and yeah, it's going down. But guess what happens while it's burning?
You're getting shot at.
No, you're defending it.
Right.
And you're letting people get out. That's the purpose
That's
of a
what
wall.
I meant. The other people are getting shot at.
That's the purpose of a wall.
But this wall, they're not invading. Mexico is not trying to invade America.
Well, I'm not saying Mexico as a
whole.
As a whole is not.
country.
But think about this, right? So when Texas, the state of Texas was born, we didn't own Texas. The U.S. didn't own Texas.
Right,
It was a
Spanish
territory. It was a Mexican territory
Right.
that American settlers went into, and then started fighting for Texan independence. Okay. That started from people leaving where they were and going into another territory and trying to start a life without that much approval from anybody. And then people got tired of it, and so then Santa Anna invaded. Emperor Santa Anna of Mexico invaded Texas.
But something like that wouldn't happen today.
Not everything is the exact same in history.
No, I know.
Right?
Right.
But it repeats itself. The problem I have is I have no problem with immigration. If you're an immigrant and you want to come here, that's fantastic, man. Like, cool. But you got to do it the right way.
Right. 21.
Yeah, if you have a real respect for this country and you want to make it in this country, the first thing you're going to do is break one of its laws. And that's what you're doing as an illegal immigrant. You're breaking the law. Now, you could be running for the best of reasons in the world, right? Doesn't mean you didn't break the law. I sold these rocks because my kids got to get some bread to eat. It doesn't mean you didn't break the law. We're not going to go. People don't go easy on people just because they have circumstances as to why they did it. If they do the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing. Period. In the story.
That's not true. So the end part of that, if you do the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing, is true. But you do get leniency.
Well, sure you can.
Yeah.
But not everybody gonna get it.
Most places these days, you will.
Well, they shouldn't.
I'm with you.
They shouldn't.
Right.
But the other thing too is people seem to think that this is the new thing. It's not. Obama said the same shit. Bush said the same shit
About the wall?
about the border
Okay.
and about illegal immigration. And that's just conveniently forgotten because people don't like Trump.
It wasn't their mainstay, where Trump's whole campaign was...
Bro, it's in State of the Union addresses.
We're going to build a wall.
It's in State of the Union addresses. Yeah, but anybody who voted for him who thinks that he actually had any chance of building a real fucking wall is kind of
I bet
deluded.
Did he win Texas?
I don't remember.
If he won Texas, I bet that's why.
I don't know, man. It's like our borders have to be better. I mean, Andrew Yang wants better border security too.
Right. But make it on both sides.
Dude, but Mexico ain't gonna do shit. And Canada? Yeah, fuck Canada. Like, I care less about Canada. I can't stand Canada. There's nothing about Canada I like. Other than like maybe some movie stars from there, but that's it.
Not one thing.
Not really,
You
no.
don't like Drake?
Not really.
Do you like Tory Lanez?
Who?
Tory Lanez?
Who the fuck that is?
What about James Vanderbeek?
Not really.
Justin Bieber?
No.
Damn.
Simple
for
Plan?
the Biebs?
Not a Bieber guy. I think the only like
Seth Rogen?
he's okay. He annoys the shit out of me because people think I sound like him. People probably think you're talking to him right now.
I don't think you sound anything like Seth Rogen.
It's because you know me.
Yeah. We talked about last time how every movie Seth Rogen's been in, he's not funny.
It's because he's not funny.
Right?
Really shattered my complete total view.
Like I don't go to Seth Rogen movies to see Seth Rogen.
Right.
Like I went when I saw this. This is the end, right?
Yeah.
I went because Craig Robinson
Yeah.
and Danny McBride.
Danny McBride is...
Right. I didn't give two
funniest
shits
motherfucker.
about Seth Rogen. You know, Knocked Up is a trash movie in my
That's
opinion.
exactly what we said last time.
What's another one? Pineapple Express is almost unwatchable.
What?
Yeah.
That's a great
It's
movie.
terrible.
It's
Not
classic.
because of...
It's a terrible movie.
Not because of Seth, but because
The
of
whole
Danny
thing is
McBride.
stupid. The whole thing is
Danny
stupid.
McBride is so funny in that movie.
He's funny, yeah, but the movie itself is fucking... The story is so dumb. Like, it's... I don't
Chase,
know.
did you see A Quiet Place?
No.
God damn it, Chase. Do you watch movies?
Yeah. Well, no.
He's got a kid now, man. He's
Yeah,
got
he watches
responsibility.
fucking-
You know, the
Moana.
only movies I watch are Boss Baby and
And
Infinity War. So
I'll tell you, I like Krasinski. He's a good dude. But that's a stupid fucking movie. I haven't even seen the movie. I don't need to see it because I know what happened.
what is it? They just have to be quiet.
Yeah, that's
So-
the movie. Like
The
here,
gameplay of The Last of Us.
so here's summarize of the movie is aliens invade, right? And they only respond to sound, right? But the aliens somehow have this armor around their body, like their just natural body, that we can't penetrate with like bullets. With bullets or like or shells or stuff like that, right? So we lose, the world loses to these things. So the rest of everybody who survives has to be quiet. And if you make any sound, they'll hear you and they'll come and kill you. Okay. The first problem I have with is there's no way that nukes weren't dropped in this battle. If we can't kill him with the fucking Moab, mother of all bombs, which is the one thing right below a nuke, we would nuke a fucking city that was overrun with these things. There's no way we wouldn't. And you're telling me that didn't work? Okay.
What's crazy is in the movie he actually kills one of them.
Does he?
Yeah.
How does he kill it?
So Jim can kill things.
Well, he
Jim
killed
from the
he killed a lot of terrorists in Benghazi. But go ahead.
Set up the car some way that it just ran one of them over and killed it.
Okay, okay. Then there's another problem. We can't kill it with tanks, but we can kill him by running it over with a car.
We would have figured that out.
That's what I'm saying.
Really
Okay. That's all right. So that's the issue. And then
what's that?
at another point in the movie, right? They go to this fucking water. So John lives at this house with his wife Emily, which is his real wife in real life, and was it?
2 kids.
They have 3 kids to start with, right?
Yeah, one dies.
3 kids to start with. At the beginning of the movie, one kid touches this fucking plaything and it goes off, and the monster kills it, and that's how you start the movie, right? But in order for them not to make any
One
noise,
of his other kids is deaf.
yeah, and one of the girls is deaf. The girl is deaf. Okay. So they have this house that they've set up with all these things, right? Like cameras and fucking lights and shit, right? Were those cameras and fucking lights all there when they moved in? Because it's not their fucking house. So that means some work had to be done in the house with something, and screws don't just go in by themselves, which means that and we're talking like the slightest fucking noise. These things fucking hear you from miles away. So you're telling me this guy put up cameras and lights and shit without making any fucking noise whatsoever?
Maybe he just had a handheld.
I don't buy that.
screwdriver.
That doesn't matter. If the screw's going into certain kinds of material, it's going to squeak.
Right.
There's still noise. Okay, so we'll get past that. Here's the next problem. So they live there. Instead of living at this waterfall, where there's always fucking sound and these creatures can't fucking find them and they can be as loud as they want.
You're ruining this movie I didn't want to see.
He takes his son there, and they have a conversation.
Okay, yeah, they have a like you and I are talking now, right? If we do this in the fucking middle of anywhere else, we're dead because these things are fucking coming. But you take the fucking waterfall,
They go in a cave in the water.
cave behind a waterfall, and these things can't fucking hear them. Question: if the waterfall makes all the fucking noise in the world, why are these things just not patrolling the fucking waterfall? There has to be some kind of intelligence. They're not just killing randomly, right? Especially if it's an invasion. Because if they're just random animals, like if we're talking like they're just fucking raptors, right? They're not raptors, but just think if they are raptors. They're not just killing indiscriminately for food. Because there wouldn't be a goddamn invasion, and we wouldn't have the U.S. military that failed. Because we'd kill the fucking raptors.
The whole world military.
That's what, yeah. So the whole world. So, okay, past that point. Get past that. Okay. At one point in the movie, his kids get trapped, right? And so, John has a fucking axe. and he signs "I love you" to the fucking kids or whatever before he hits the axe on the ground and lets the creature kill him so his kids can escape. Okay. Why don't you just throw the fucking axe at something hard that makes a sound? Because your death solves nothing here. Your sacrifice does nothing to help anybody.
I think it's because in that most people in a situation of that like hecticness, you're not going to think of that.
It wasn't hecticness. Everybody was standing still.
No, the creature was right there looking for them. That's why.
I know, but that's what if he has enough time.
It was no. So the kids, they took a car. So there's a truck. You drop the e-brake. It takes you down to a silo that they have.
Okay.
They dropped it. There wasn't enough sand on the ground, so it heard them rolling, which is another thing. Why don't you just go live at the fucking beach? But anyway, whoops. And the kids get trapped in there.
Okay.
So the thing is on top of the truck trying to get the kids out. So that's when he comes. So that's a hectic situation.
Okay, but here's the issue. Even if they're trapped and it's a hectic situation, he has enough time to get the kids' attention, sign "I love you," and then get himself killed. Instead of just fucking throwing the axe on the goddamn gravel that he hits anyway. It's the biggest plot hole I've ever seen, and it's so obvious.
So does this mean you're not going to see number
Never.
2?
No, because then they find out that it's actually sound waves. And if you have a high enough pitched sound, it fucks with the monsters, so they open up their mouths and you can fucking shoot them and kill them. Tell me the U.S. military, or any other military in the world, doesn't fucking think about that when they realize these fucking things don't have eyes. We've all fucking seen Tremors.
Oh my God.
Tremors is a fucking American classic.
Have you seen Tremors?
Of course I've seen Tremors.
The first thing they think of is like, oh, it must not. They don't have eyes or ears. They must feel the vibrations in the ground. It would. One of us would be like, oh yeah, they probably just hear shit. And nobody realizes this until this point.
Wasn't there a Tom Cruise where he was a War of the Worlds?
War of the Worlds?
Where they find out that water hurts them?
No,
that's Signs.
Where the
Oh, that's
aliens
Signs,
decide, the aliens with the one weakness of water decide to invade the planet that's like 70% water.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Which is the problem. But that's the only problem with that movie.
Of Signs?
Of Signs. And they get around that by saying that they don't go by the water. Like, they're not anywhere by the water.
And
Okay.
that's the invasion is happening at that point.
That's not even an invasion. It's not. Yeah, so it is an invasion, and then then people realize that water hurts them,
Right.
and so they fucking.
What was
leave.
it in War of the Worlds?
It's just germs.
Yeah, it was just.
It's just just germs from our because our bodies over time
I
have.
thought Tom Cruise figured out a way to kill him.
No, Tom
No,
Cruise didn't do shit.
No, Tom Cruise just survives.
Okay.
But the problem is in War of the
Decent movie, by the way.
it's not bad, and I like his jacket a lot, and his car.
His bomber jacket.
But in War of the Worlds, the problem is that we as a species have evolved to fight against all these diseases and whatnot, right? These things that come here haven't. They have no. It's like the same thing as if it'd be like us going to a Indian village somewhere,
Right.
like that missionary that went to that island, right? Good example. It's like that, or it's like the America expanding into the West and coming in touch with Native American tribes and them getting smallpox and dying because they don't have any immunity to it.
Right.
That's the same concept, just on a larger scale.
Right.
But yeah, no, A Quiet Place. Granted, I love John. He's great. But that's a fucking dumb movie, man. Like, it might be entertaining, but no, there's too many holes.
Did you know what movie I rewatched the other day that actually I liked a lot? Bright.
Yeah, I like Bright a lot
Smith.
too.
You like that one?
I think Bright's got a lot of potential.
Did you like it?
I liked it, you know. I'll watch it one time, and
You
I'll
only
watch
watch
it.
it once?
Yeah.
I'll watch any sequel, but just once.
Like, I would say it's not one that I would watch very much.
So I watched Bright, and then I woke up early one morning last weekend, and I watched this movie called Polar.
Yeah, I
on
saw
Netflix.
Polar.
Did
Yeah, I
you
saw
see
Polar.
I've seen the trailer.
I thought it was like
It's on
a
the list.
more corny version of John Wick.
I think it is too. But it's based off a comic.
I heard that later. Did
So-
you know it was a comic?
No,
Comic nerd doesn't know about a comic.
Well, I didn't know about it until I saw it on Netflix.
they
and I
had
looked it up.
Umbrella Academy announced, and I was freaking out about that. So
I think the main thing that the main thing that I like comic book wise for me is Marvel, DC, and then just Conan the Barbarian when it comes to Dark Horse. That's about it.
Watchmen is DC, right?
Yeah.
Did you know Watchmen, the movie, was a comic first?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Chase told me.
They're actually there's going to be a new series coming out on HBO that's a sequel to the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
But didn't Rorschach die?
Yeah, it's not following him.
Yeah.
He was like the main guy.
Yeah, but it's not following him because his journal gets. I mean, it picks up literally like 20 years after the fact, and I guess like the main dude is still around. Like Dr. Manhattan isn't in the show from what people have said at all. Like it's just
They just write him off.
well, what happens is it's because people find out that the bad guy, whatever his fucking name was, Ozymandias or whatever, did what he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
They becomes this huge thing where it's like you have to, like, it's illegal to be a superhero. It's illegal to be a vigilante.
So it's almost like Civil War.
Yeah, yeah. Except I think a little bit more dire. It's not like these guys were out in fucking public all the time either. You know, nobody's like a $1 million, you know, a playboy billionaire philanthropist, whatever that line is from from the Avengers.
Right.
Right.
Tony Stark's a billionaire.
Yeah.
philanthropist,
Yeah, it's not like that where they're in the public eye. I think they're very much, you know.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Shazam, before he was Shazam, was Captain Marvel?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till
Mhm.
like just last week.
Wow. It's like you don't read.
So DC had Captain Marvel first, let it expire, then Marvel said, "Fuck you, we're taking it."
That's not what happened. So Marvel launched Marvel Comics, right?
Yeah.
And so the problem was there was the trademark disagreement between the two of them. And because Marvel Comics technically had the right way against it for some reason, they couldn't continue naming him. It's not that they couldn't keep him as Captain Marvel, it's that they chose more likely chose not to because it would confuse the fuck out of people.
Have you seen the trailers for Shazam?
Mm-hmm.
It looks stupid as fuck.
It looks DC-esque.
DC sucks.
Oh, did you see Aquaman?
Yeah, it's corny as fuck.
I loved Aquaman, dude.
Like Chase said on fucking
I had a
Facebook.
problem with it.
How do you swim in jeans?
You mean how you swim in
Just
jeans?
that first like 20 minutes, that's what lost me. I didn't even watch it. He's swimming in jeans. That's gonna weigh you down.
He's a fucking superhero. What are you talking about?
Underwater with gloves.
And then like
I'm really confused why you
the
have a problem
first
with this.
line that was like super corny and like I can't even remember it. It was stupid. He wasn't even wearing a shirt. It just made no sense to me.
He's so emotional.
It's like, why are you not wearing a shirt right now? Why are you swimming in jeans? Why do you have a chain wallet, dude?
Because that's his fucking style, man.
Shirtless with chain wallets?
Well, he has his chain wallet. He's not going to take off his chain wallet and lose his wallet.
I bet he also wears Ed Hardy cologne. Like,
He fucking might. I don't know.
I had a huge problem with that.
That's
It's
apparent.
not
Did
you like
Aquaman.
it?
Yeah, I love that movie. I thought it was really good. That was very well done. I thought they would that. Apparently, from what I've read, the dude that did it, James Wan, I think his name, right?
The director.
The
yeah.
director, James Wan. Apparently, like the majority of the movie, he like went to Zack Snyder and was like, "Is this how you envisioned Aquaman?" And
Fuck.
so Zack Snyder was the guy that
You
was
don't know sex.
Zack Snyder.
Oh wait, he's
Yeah.
the guy that was doing Bohemian Rhapsody got fired.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure, but more. No, you're
No,
thinking.
that's
No,
Brian.
you're thinking.
Singer.
Oh.
You're thinking he's the one that did Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's Dawn of Justice. Like he started that, and then shit happened with his kid, and he had to leave.
Okay.
Right, and then,
James Wan.
no, what's his name? The guy that
Oh,
Buffy.
yeah. Wheaton.
Yeah.
Joss.
Whedon came in, and changed a bunch of shit that had already been shot for the movie under Zack Snyder's
In
supervision.
Superman vs. Batman.
Yeah,
Movie shit.
that's why. So people think that the Zack Snyder version that was originally started would have been fantastic if Whedon hadn't gone in and fucked it up and tried to make it more like Marvel, because that's the difference. Zack Snyder's whole take on the DC universe was to make it a darker universe with more consequences, right? So when the guy came in that didn't have that with Marvel, then it's different. It's a completely different thing. It's like a transfer from the comics to the movies. Because in the comics, DC is way more lighthearted than Marvel is. Right? Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now DC is supposed. The whole concept was to change it, right? Marvel hasn't changed a ton. Things still happen, but DC now is more movie wise, what he wanted to do was make it darker. So like real world consequences, right? So it's like people had a problem with Superman killing Zod. I didn't, because you never get explained in the comics why he doesn't kill Zod. Right? Why doesn't he kill?
Which Superman is this?
The first Superman,
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, yeah.
I don't think I watched the whole thing.
So you know how like the other Kryptonians come to Earth? He fights the one guy.
Sure.
You're terrible. Anyways,
I
So-
don't like DC comic movies.
people had Man of Steel is really good. People
Did
had
you
a.
say it's really good?
I hate Superman. Like, I'm just not a fan of him.
It's okay. There's people like that out
Yeah,
there.
I'm not that big of a fan of Superman.
But he kills Zod to save civilians. And in doing so, he kills the only other Kryptonian alive. So he ends his race by killing this guy. And he's got, himself, but, So that's a reason why he doesn't kill, is because he killed off his own race.
Okay.
Which is a reason behind I don't kill.
Okay.
As opposed to just in the comics, Superman doesn't kill. And that's just the thing you've been given.
Okay.
So, the Aquaman that we saw in Justice League is not the Aquaman that Zack Snyder originally entailed to happen.
Aquaman was in Justice League?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they all are.
Wait, Justice League is the one that had Harley Quinn, right?
That's
no, it's Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Didn't see Justice League.
Okay. So yeah, and he's kind of a background character in that. He's just kind of there to be like the rogue.
Well, he can't fight anything unless it's in water, right?
No, he can fight stuff. He can fight stuff on the ground.
I thought his powers were strictly limited to water.
No.
No, it's a common
Okay.
misconception for Aquaman.
Okay.
He still has super strength because his body is more durable because of the depths of the ocean. So he's naturally more stronger than a normal human.
Okay.
Okay. He can swim.
Because of the pressure changes?
Yeah,
Okay.
he can swim. He can swim faster than Superman can fly.
Jesus.
So that's something that people don't know. In the comics, because we've evolved, with evolution, you've evolved from things in the sea. There's still pieces of you that are from the sea that he can tap into, and he can give people seizures. I have a comic book where he does that, which is pretty dope. People don't think that.
No.
What the fuck, Chase?
Yeah. So he can give his bad guys, seizures. He's a master in hand-to-hand combat. Because his body's more dense, he can take damage and not die. And he can talk to fish.
Sounds shitty.
It's better than a lot of people. It's better than like a lot of people like Green Lantern. I like Green Lantern, not the movie, but the character Green Lantern. But the only thing he can really do is anything that he wants to do with his ring. He has one thing. If you take away that ring, he's not really anybody. It's not like
Ryan Reynolds.
it's not like Batman.
If he takes away the ring, he's still Ryan Reynolds, right?
No, but it's like Batman, right? You
Yeah.
can take away all of Batman's gadgets, and Batman can still beat the shit out of you. Like,
Yeah. Well, Batman doesn't have any powers anyway.
no, he doesn't. But he's the world's greatest detective, and he's the best hand-to-hand combat fighter in DC Comics.
I'm not a Batman fan. Like, I liked when Christian Bale did it, but other than that, I haven't really liked
I
Batman.
love Batman. Batman and the Flash are really the only ones I fuck with DC.
And the Flash is cool. The Flash has got a lot of powers people don't know about too.
I don't like the Flash.
I love the Flashpoint.
I just don't like the DC comic universe, I guess, man.
And that's fine. It's cool, man.
I liked the movie Wonder Woman. That was actually good.
Okay, well, that's DC.
I know it was. That was like the only one that I liked. I didn't like Suicide Squad. It just seemed like
I wasn't the biggest fan of
a
Suicide Squad.
rushed ass movie.
It's because it was.
Yeah, I just don't fuck with DC like that. I didn't like Aquaman. I thought it was corny.
It's fine. What was supposed to be, but that was the thing about it. It was meant to be that way. Like, it wasn't meant to be.
Looked like a Roman Reigns knockoff.
Yeah.
Playing.
Even though, yeah, that's what it is. Like,
You're right. Ugh. I don't know. We'll see where DC goes. Are you gonna get Disney Plus?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm getting it.
I'll tell you one thing. Have you seen Young Justice?
No.
You haven't? Have you? You probably haven't, right?
What is it?
It's a cartoon.
Mm.
It's like Young Justice League or whatever.
Only cartoon I watch is Big Mouth.
Okay. Anyways, but they have the third season that they're doing on there right now. The only reason I would get it is for that. I'm sure there's like a free trial, so I'm just gonna free trial it when it's all over with. And then binge watch that in a month.
I don't know if they'll do a free trial because
They do. I already looked at it. No, I've already looked at it. If you're a first time subscriber, you get a free trial.
DC streaming do that too. I want to watch Titans.
DC has.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
That's what I thought we were talking about. No,
The
you're
DC
right.
streaming.
So Disney Plus. I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's gonna be a Loki show.
I don't give a fuck about Loki, bro. Loki does. I don't give a shit about Scarlet Witch either. Scarlet Witch has always been a background character. They want to give her own movie. What the fuck are we gonna talk about?
Vision.
Yeah, it's the show with
Vision is also a background character. He was cool for Vision's cool, but even when I was reading comics, I was like, I don't give a fuck about Vision. Like,
do you guys see? There's a rumor that if the merger gets done before Endgame's released, the credit scene will be with X-Men.
Yeah, I've seen that.
that'd be great.
That'd be fucking dope.
I'd be stoked. I'm stoked for them to bring Wolverine into the Avengers. I can't fucking wait for that.
Well, there's not gonna be Avengers anymore.
Yes,
No,
there is.
There is.
There's more than one team of Avengers.
Like
One generation.
Spider-Man and Black Panther are gonna be the ones to help move it forward. Then with Captain
Spider-Man's not
Marvel.
a Marvel own thing.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, they just
Sony
have the
owns it.
side deal with Sony.
But they're gonna get. But they will or are going to get full rights.
Right, they'll own Sony here soon. They'll own everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the trailer for Dark Phoenix?
No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stoked.
I think it looks kind of stupid.
God damn it, Josh.
Dude, you have to admit, Apocalypse wasn't that great,
It wasn't.
right?
But I
Like
still like
Apocalypse
Dark
himself.
Phoenix.
Apocalypse himself was a big fucking letdown. Like I love that actor, and I think it's just the writing was shit.
Yeah.
Because Apocalypse in the comics and even in the animated TV show that we all grew up watching, he was a force to be fucking reckoned with, and it felt like, oh, he's not that cool.
Are you okay? Like you said, you're psyched for Wolverine to become an Avenger. Are you gonna be okay without Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I know exactly who they need to cast too. Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son. Yeah,
I could see that.
it's perfect.
He's in Pacific Rim too, right?
Mm-hmm.
How tall is he?
He's not tall. That's the thing about it. He's actually like the size that you would want for Wolverine.
He's taller than Finn.
He's taller than. No, he's not.
I thought in Pacific
No,
Rim
he's not taller than John Boyega.
He's not?
No.
Oh.
But he's certainly not taller than Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's like 6 foot. Wolverine's supposed to be like 5'4", isn't he?
He's like 5'2" to
Yeah,
5'4".
he's short.
Yeah, he's real
Short as
short.
fuck.
Now they're not gonna do Gambit.
I'm fine with that. They had Channing Tatum. I just feel.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it
pull
should have been Tatum anyway. I think
No.
it should have been Taylor Kitsch the whole time.
Who's that?
The guy that played Gambit in the Wolverine origin
The first
movie.
time.
Oh, why?
Because I thought he did a better job. He has a better look than Tatum. That's the thing. The problem with the superhero stuff is you got to get people. If you're not going to throw money at them, you got to get people who are relatively unknown actors, because then you can get them on a long-term deal. Right? It's just like free agency
Like
for
Chris
football,
Evans,
right?
How
Like,
they got him.
People got like you got Chris Evans at a good point because Chris Evans was known, but he wasn't this major movie star,
And Hemsworth.
right? And Hemsworth, same thing. That's why RDJ gets the most money because RDJ was a superstar when he came back,
Right.
you know, and it wasn't just Iron Man that got him off that got him back in people's minds and households.
I think it was.
I don't think it was. I think it was Due Date with Zach Galifianakis.
Well, you have
Iron
that.
Man came out
Have you
before
seen? Have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No.
So that came out before Iron Man, and that's a pretty good. It's like a detective mystery movie comedy.
I don't know what he's gonna do now that Iron Man's ending.
Probably nothing.
Cause like his last movie, The Judge, that movie sucked. It was
I haven't
so
seen that.
boring.
That's not
watch
your
The
kind.
Judge, but
That's
you're
not.
gonna
But
watch
that's
Lord
not your
of the
kind of
Rings.
movie.
I watch all kinds of movies besides Lord of the Rings. But
Wow.
Internet may hate me now, but
It's not very accepting.
nothing against gays.
It's not very inclusive, Gino.
Right. But I mean, I watch all kinds of movies. Like I watched the other day. Like I look on Netflix for shit I haven't seen. I watched something called I Am Number 4,
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah,
and I was like,
watched
this
it.
is like a high school girl movie, but
It's a novel.
fuck
Yeah.
it, I'll watch.
It's a
I-
book series.
It is.
Well, it started and then it ended because the guy got
Yeah.
accused of stealing ideas from kids.
Did you guys watch? Did you see all of the Divergent movies?
No, why the fuck would I watch that shit?
She's not a
movies are
teenage
dope.
girl.
Those movies are dope. Fuck you guys.
Are you gonna read
Wow.
the books?
Did you see all the Maze Runners?
No.
Those movies
I'm
are
not
awesome.
a high school girl.
You guys are fucks. Those movies are dope. I still watch the first Maze Runner like once a month.
Wow. Wow.
It's really good.
Well, I'm not saying they're bad movies.
Right.
Just-
didn't see it.
No. Yeah, just no, not my
You
thing.
should watch The Maze Runner.
I'm not. I've seen this. I've seen the first one.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes, I'm not watching the rest.
The second one wasn't
Part of
as
the-
good as the
part of the
first, but
reason-
the third was pretty good.
Part of the reason I don't is because I tend to Wikipedia everything because I like to finish my stories.
Oh, you don't want to wait.
No, so I just Wikipedia what actually happens
So
in the
you've been
books.
trying to find out everything that's going to happen in an in-game.
Sure, yeah.
I have not. I just
I
want
do.
to watch it uninterrupted.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, man, I've got some really cool ideas that I think if they pull it off, it's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Cap's dead. Cap's fucking dead. And it sucks because I love Captain America. But he's dead.
Captain America sucks.
He does not suck. How dare you? Get the fuck out of here.
He's the worst.
Get out of your own house.
He's not even a fucking, like, what's his superpower?
What do you mean
What?
what's his superpower?
His super strength.
He's super strength, he's super
Garbage.
fast, he's super
Garbage.
durable.
He's a super soldier.
Yeah, he's a super soldier.
You know what did it for me? To make me just be like, fuck Captain America?
Be careful with what you say.
In Avengers 2,
Age of Ultron?
yes. In the opening scene, when Robert Downey Jr. says shit, and Cap goes, language! I was like, get
That's-
the fuck out
No,
of here.
that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense because he's from the 1940s.
Get the
People didn't
fuck
talk like that.
Out of here,
If they did, that was
bruh.
like super offensive.
Yeah.
But he's been unfrozen for a good 5 years now. Shut the
Still,
fuck up.
it's a whole lifetime to 5 years. It's like,
And then, like,
Society's
in the
completely
first
changed.
Avengers, you don't want to fuck with these guys. There's only one. They're gods. Man, there's only one god, and he doesn't dress like that. He jumps out the plane. Get the fuck out of here, man.
no,
Get fuck
that
out.
it
Yeah.
all makes sense
That's
because
corny.
There's a great line from the Secret Invasion comic book where they meet in Central Park to fight the Skrulls.
Who's they?
All the superheroes, like so Nick Fury, Captain America. Well, is Cap dead at this point? Yeah, Cap's dead in Secret Invasion, isn't he?
I don't recall.
Anyways, so they all meet there because Thor is fucking pounding his hammer in Central Park, like calling people to battle or whatever.
That's a dope battle call.
Yeah, he's
So he
fucking.
still has his hammer after Cap is dead? He's not using Stormbreaker?
Well, when Cap dies, Thor's not around in the comics because Thor is actually dead.
Thor can't die. I don't want to hear this
Or
shit.
dies.
Thor dies in the comics, but then he just thinks himself. He like thinks himself back. Essentially, is what happens,
That sounds like some Thor shit.
and comes back, and then he finds out about Secret Invasion. Like it happens when he's there, and he calls people to battle. And the reason the Skrulls, which are the aliens that you're going to see in Captain Marvel,
Right, I know that.
invade Earth is because their homeworld is dying or is dead. And so they're all trying to bring people under like the one god or something like that in this comic book. And Nick Fury says something about how I like my god and he has a hammer, and he's referencing Thor because Thor's right there, and it's the coolest thing in the world. But it's fucking dope. I have the comic. I'll let you read it if you want to.
That's okay. I'll read it.
But no, but I think the best thing that could happen, I think the best thing that will happen is we know that there's some kind of time travel involved, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's whatever fucking weapon it is, whether it's Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer, or if it's his axe,
It's Stormbreaker now.
Stormbreaker, the axe. It's the same concept from weapon to weapon. Thor's the only person who is supposed to be able to wield this, right? I think it would be great if whoever it is they're fighting, because Thanos isn't supposed to be the big bad in this movie, right?
He's
Where-
not?
No,
No.
Oh, shit.
he's
You're
not.
spoiling shit.
Spoiler alert.
I
Whoever,
wanna listen.
whoever it is that that ends up fighting, right? I think it would be dope if everybody gets the shit kicked out of them, right? And Captain America's thing, every single movie he's been in, which has been his own movie, has always been that he always gets back up. And he's like, I can do this all day, right? I think it would be dope is if he gets up, he has his shield, because we know he has his shield back, his real shield back
He does.
in Endgame, yeah. Because from the trailers, he laces up the shield.
Oh, I thought that was part of the time, like when they were back in time.
No,
Okay.
he laces up his shield, right? I think it would be great is if he also picks up either Mjolnir or Stormbreaker.
Have to be Stormbreaker.
Well, but not if they go back in time, it's not. Because if they go back in time
Yeah.
and change how things happen, right? And then they go back to the current reality that they're in, then things have shifted. Because I think the only people that are going to go back, if they go back, are going to be as Ant-Man and Tony Stark.
I think he'll take them all though, because in the last Ant-Man, Hank Pym went into the quantum realm in his vehicle. So
yeah, I know.
Think they could build a vehicle.
Well, I'm sure they could. Well, I'm sure that's what they end up taking. I imagine they take that, but there's only room for 2 in that vehicle.
Well, they'll build a new one.
But they.
Pym's gone.
I don't think they're gonna build a new one.
No, I think what's going to happen is they're going to use everything that's already there, right? And I'm sure, like in the trailer where Ant-Man shows up to the Avengers compound and he's got his van, everything they used in Ant-Man and the Wasp is probably in the back of that van, just shrunken down, right? Mm-hmm. So they're going to blow it back up, and I think 2 of them go, and I think it's Ant-Man and Tony Stark, because at the time, Tony and Steve are close friends.
What about Captain Marvel though?
Well, she might. Well, she might. We don't know if she can time travel.
Samuel Jackson told us.
He did.
Oh, really?
In an interview, he said, "Oh, you don't see all of her powers in the movie, like her ability to time travel."
Wow, that's a big slip. That's a massive slip. That's like almost worse than anything the fucking guy that plays Tom Holland says. Well, she might be able to, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but I think it's those 2, and I think they go back, and I think they change something that happened in the Battle of New York. I think there's a big thing that happens because it's come out that Loki is under like the Mind Stone spell when he's doing all this shit. Mm-hmm. So we don't know. The only thing we know is that he ends up running into Thanos after the first Thor, right? Because Thor lets him go off the bridge, the Rainbow Bridge, and he just falls into fucking the cosmos.
In the first Thor?
Yeah. Right? And then he ends up hooking up with Thanos, and we don't know what happens at that point. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, because before he's going to let Loki go, he doesn't want to, and Loki realizes that he's always been loved by his brother and by his adopted family. Mm-hmm. So right then and there, he's already turned his new leaf at that moment, mm-hmm. in my opinion. So when he falls and ends up running to Thanos corrupts him with the Mind Stone.
But Thanos doesn't have the Mind Stone.
Yeah, he does.
At that time.
Yes, he does.
That's how Loki gets
That's how Loki gets the scepter. Remember from the event?
That's not the Mind Stone.
Yeah, the Mind Stone is inside the scepter.
That's the Space Stone. That's the Tesseract Stone.
No, it's not.
The
Mind
2
Stone,
different things.
But hold on, because the Mind Stone is the stone that they get in Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, that's the Power Stone.
There's only 6.
I'm not arguing.
There's not a Power Stone.
Yes, there is.
A Power Stone. It's
The purple one is the Mind Stone.
No, the purple one is the Power Stone, bro.
Power Stone's red.
The Power Stone?
Yeah.
Power Stone's not red. The Power Stone's purple.
Bro, we gotta Google this right now. Keep talking.
Anyways, so when he gets infected by the Mind Stone, from that point on, everything that Loki does up until Thor Ragnarok is under the influence of Thanos.
There's a Soul Stone, a Reality Stone.
The Reality Stone is the red stone.
Yeah, Mind Stone is yellow, Space Stone is purple, Time Stone and Power Stone.
Space Stone's blue. Are you looking at the comics version or looking at the Marvel version?
The Power Stone's purple, sorry.
Yeah, so the Mind Stone's yellow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one that Vision had.
Yeah, because they break the scepter because Ultron breaks the scepter and places the Mind Stone in Vision's forehead while he's being created by that machine.
Ultron didn't do that. I thought
Yes,
Thor did that.
Ultron did that. Thor just provided the power to the machine for it to be finished, for him to be finished, completely built. So the Mind Stone. So Thanos has the Mind. Thanos has had the Mind Stone since we know. Yeah. Right. He gives the Mind Stone to Loki to use to conquer the planet. He fails. The scepter is then lost. Well, the scepter is then scepter's lost, and the fucking Hydra gets it, and that's what they're going to get in the beginning of Avengers: Age of Ultron is the scepter, because the scepter, the Mind Stone, is what gives Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver their powers. Unlike in the comics when they're just the children of Magneto. And then Ultron steals the scepter, breaks the glass, the gem that it's held in, and places the stone in Vision's forehead.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. It all makes sense what you're saying now. For some reason, I always just thought the Tesseract was...
The Tesseract's a space stone. It's the thing that allows him to jump across space.
Right.
Yeah, that's the Tesseract. That's why when in Captain America, or the first Avenger, when the Red Skull, grabs it, it transfers him to the planet that he's on when you see him in Infinity War.
That has the Soul Stone.
That has a Soul Stone, yeah.
Too much.
So here's the thing: Loki's dead, right? In Infinity War. That's pretty much been confirmed. So if Iron Man and Ant-Man go back in time, are able to stop the invasion from happening or get involved in it earlier than it should be, right? Because they know everything that's going to happen. And they change some things in the past. The shockwaves of that reverberate through history and changes everything in the future. So maybe Hela doesn't come back. Mm-hmm. Maybe Odin never leaves Asgard. Mm-hmm. Never gets exiled. And when he leaves Asgard, that's when he becomes more and more mortal because he's old as fucking time. Mm-hmm. And so then he dies, which releases Hela, who then destroys Mjolnir. And the only other Avenger that's been able to even budge Mjolnir is Captain America.
No, was that Captain or was that
It was
Vision?
Vision.
Or Vision held it.
Vision picks it up and hands it to him,
mm-hmm.
right? Which is the funny part. But when they're doing the thing at the party,
you're right. Yeah.
Cap
makes it,
nudges it,
yeah.
And that's a big tell. That doesn't just thrown in there for no reason.
No.
The Russo brothers wouldn't throw that in there for just shits and giggles. Oh, Captain America can also do this. No, that's a setup down the line, and people think that payoff happened with Vision, and which is why that was set up the way it was.
What do you mean payoff happened with Vision?
So it's foreshadowing, right? You know what that is? Mm-hmm. Okay, so foreshadowing. They're doing this whole thing about Thor's the only person who can hold this hammer, can wield this hammer, right? And nobody can do it. But then Cap does it, and it fucking almost comes off the table. Mm-hmm. And Thor gets a little concerned and is like surprised that but he's surprised in the fact that it's possible, not that it's Captain America that does it. Mm-hmm. Okay, because Cap in the comics has wielded Mjolnir, has picked it up and gone into battle with his shield and with the hammer. Okay.
Did you know this?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
you never told me.
Never asked.
True.
So when Vision wakes up and they're talking about what they need to do, in order for for the Avengers to believe Vision and that he's not Ultron thing, Vision picks up the hammer and hands it to Thor, because only the worthy, he should be worthy, will wield the power of Thor, right? Mm-hmm. If he's good enough to pick up the hammer, then he's good enough for them to trust him. And people let that go. And they think that the payoff from earlier in the movie is that Captain America must not be worthy. Captain America isn't worthy enough yet. If he wasn't worthy, then he just would do the exact same stuff that everything has. But because Captain America is motivated by different things, it makes him more worthy. And if he is going to get up to sacrifice his life to save the team, which is probably what will happen, because he's almost done. Mm-hmm. And in the comics, Bucky, who's a Winter Soldier, ends up taking over the mantle of Captain America, mm-hmm. and then it ends up being Sam Wilson, the Falcon. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up and goes to fight this, whatever it is whoever the bad guy is, with the hammer in one hand, with the shield, and then sees Thor's hammer and picks it up, just reaches for it. And it would be even better if he doesn't even touch it. Mm-hmm. He just reaches for it, he really needs the hammer, and it just comes to him. And Thor witnesses it because it's a big fucking deal. Mm-hmm. And then he wields the hammer. And in defeating whoever it is he defeats, he's killed.
So is Thanos not a part of Endgame?
Thanos is a part of Endgame, but he's not the main guy. Because Thanos has already accomplished his mission, right? He already won. So the only thing they could be doing is the only thing they can do is go back in time now to
fight him before he has all this stuff.
Exactly, because you can't beat him unless you have Stormbreaker and you hit him in the head.
Right, not the chest.
Yeah.
What do you think?
All that's very plausible, for sure. I just think that Ant-Man and Tony are going to go back and collect all the stones prior to Thanos.
Yeah, he thinks Tony's gonna have
and
his
Tony's
own gauntlet.
gonna make his own gauntlet.
Well, that's possible too. That's the way what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to do necessarily with what the gauntlet is, but I think that's true because I read something somewhere that they were talking about how one of the whatever the stone is that Ant-Man ends up stealing from Thanos, and what people think is going to happen is that Ant-Man is going to shrink and steal one of the Infinity Stones from Thanos.
Ant-Man's gonna wield an Infinity Stone. He's gonna hold one.
Yeah, because it's not the Power Stone.
The whole thing about Infinity Stones is humans can't grab them, can't touch them.
Well,
Any of them.
well, you can have a contraption that you can put it in.
True.
I mean, that's what the fucking that ball, and the Tesseract.
True.
Right.
Okay.
So, I read a thing where the way it works is like he steals a stone, and the moment in Infinity War when what's the green one, the Time Stone?
Yeah.
Right. So you know how he pulls the Time Stone out of the sky,
Yeah.
right? So the theory is that the Time Stone can fluctuates through time, right? So so the stone can be stolen and used in the past before it's used in the future, as long as it's in the same place where it was in the future. So when Doctor Strange went through and saw all this with the one time that how they won, he pulled it from there because he's pulling it back to the present time. It's not because he wields it, like it's his power. It's the Eye of Agamotto, right? So he wields the power of the Time Stone. So he allows it to be. So he sends it. So what he does is he sends it back in time to Ant-Man or whoever it is that he's supposed to send it to, in his mind, right? And allows everybody to get decimated. And pulls it back to the present to give to Thanos, knowing full well that the seeds for victory have already been sown in the past, because the past is now being changed.
That's fucking deep.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he says it's all up to you now, Tony. We're in the end game now,
Yeah.
and then he, turns to dust. Well, then Iron Man is somehow responsible for it. So it could be a thing where he goes back in time, creates the gauntlet, wields the gauntlet, uses it to go forward in time. After the fact, everything happens with Thanos, brings everybody back. Because the only thing they can't do is be in the same spot at the same time. But it could be in a different spot.
That's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways that it could go.
I'm excited for it.
So am I. I think it's going to be dope. When's it come out?
April.
Fuck, man, it's so close.
I know.
So close.
All right. Anything else that you want to talk about, Josh?
No,
Chase?
I don't.
You haven't talked at all, motherfucker.
it's all right.
All right. Well, that's our episode this week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having me, man.